Happy U.S. New Year, whatnots.
Hell yeah, brother.
The most important question of every live stream. We on? We live? We're such a serious show and so scripted that we're trying to adjust to a lax vibe.
Yeah, it's going to be quite an interesting change of pace here. And if there's any technical difficulties, we're doing some new things here today. So if there are any technical difficulties, let us know in the chat. And yeah, we'll try to make some adjustments on the fly.
We didn't even consider. Did you consider? We should put the Texas hockey jersey in the back for you.
Yeah, that's a good call.
We didn't do any. What should be back here? I'm gonna get a Winter Classic one.
We do need to make sure that we get our bets in.
Oh, right.
So we should probably prioritize that first. Hello, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. How was your New Year? Your new U.S. New Year? Who's hungover in the chat?
I am hungover.
All right. So we're doing like super random bets on this game.
3 apiece, so Sean can track them without dying. Sean's also here.
Are we making any like
sincere bets?
Our own bets?
So I currently have a sincere, and it's the least sincere bet in the world, but I have 2 units on over 1.5 goals in the first 10 minutes of the game.
That's so
which
dumb.
is absolutely not
That's
going to
so
happen.
dumb.
But I want things to yell for and root for during this. So I did that. But the bets that we're going to do is we're going to put every skater in a wheel. I guess we could put goalies in there too, but what's done is done, I believe, with the wheel. We're going to spin it. If there's a bet available for that player, we're going to make a bet for that player. I don't think we've discussed this much, but a favorite bet of both of ours for hockey is just over on shots on goal. It somehow makes watching hockey 1,000 times more cocaine-y than it already is. And
just screaming at individual players to shoot.
Who is that? Is that Dunn? Dunn. Oh, he sucks because he didn't shoot. Yeah, it's like turns us back into babies. Yeah. So we'll probably
I just put a sincere bet on the Seattle Kraken, by the way.
I think that like Kraken money line is
I did. Yeah, that's what I had.
All right, so we'll do
money. So
we'll do an off the record sincere bet. Do we want to do different tiers of like units for? It sucks though. They're only plus 114,
plus 116. You use FanDuel or you use the other one?
I use another one. I use
no free ads. I like FanDuel a lot, but they don't have many NHL boosts, which is really annoying.
DraftKings, get your. Let's see. What are some of the
fun fact about me is I'm banned from DraftKings.
Really?
Yeah, I can't use DraftKings.
Goal in first 10 in that game is boosted to 100. So I'm going to put a sincere bet on that. And
let's make sure that we get these wheel spin random bets in.
Yes. Okay.
Because that's going to take a little bit of time.
Oh, right. Fair. Okay. Let's do
hearing.
What?
Oh, I think there was like double audio in the game or something. All right. Yeah, let's do how do you want to do this?
We'll spin a wheel and I can go first because I have everything open right now.
Do you want the ability to bet on the same players, or should I take them out once someone lands on them?
Take them out.
No, let's-
Yeah.
Let's-
Let's keep them in.
We can be on the same team here.
All right. Let's. All right. Give me one. Spin, baby.
All right, you got Barbashev. That's a good one.
Barbashev. Please give me shots on goal on Barbashev.
Okay,
Let's see. Shots on goal.
that's a good one. I like that.
Is do we have nothing on? Let's see. Player.
Throw it. I'd say throw a anytime goal scorer on Barbashev.
Player. Points over what? Oh, over a half.
Yeah, I like that for you.
Okay.
Give me a wheel spin.
I also don't know
Let's
how
see.
much is in my account, and I'm just betting willy nilly.
Jared McCann. Okay. I'm
gonna write these down. DJ. Barbashev.
Wonder what Jared McCann's plus 250 anytime goal scorer. Jared McCann. I'm gonna do that.
Jared McCann, anytime goal. All right, spin me, daddy. Please give me Barbashev.
What the fuck?
Again.
Oh, I got like a betting is temporarily suspended for this, and
Ooh. I don't know if, let's see.
it's working for me now though.
I'm not
Will
seeing
Borgen?
anything for Will Borgen. He's like probably considered a rando defenseman in this game. So let's spin it again. I mean, I just did a control F on
Yeah, fair.
Borgen.
You're not gonna have any better luck with that one.
I got nothing. Spin me again.
I'm going to remove these ones if you don't
Yeah,
have any on
fair.
them.
We didn't need to put every skater in the list.
I thought we did. Alex Pietrangelo. Okay. Oh, that one has shots on goal written all over it.
Okay.
Let's see. Alex Pietrangelo. Over 2.5 shots on goal. I wish I could get like alt shots on goal, but it's not giving me them. So I'm going to put a decent amount on over 2.5 shots on goal for Pietrangelo.
Give me a nice little spin. Alex Wenberg.
At least
Interesting.
we're kind of getting guys now.
Let's see what his shots are at.
I'll also see, is there anything that I should be retweeting? Typically, I shouldn't be tweeting or retweeting anything, but...
Let's see.
Ooh, Sean, nice thumbnail, daddy.
Thank you.
I don't have. So FanDuel is really weird because it does like 2+ shots instead of like 2.5.
I mean, on DraftKings, I'm only seeing for Wenberg power play points and points.
All right, let's see. I'll throw 1+ point on Wenberg if I can. Yeah, there we go.
What are you, Alex?
One 1+ point, Alex Wenberg plus 118.
All right.
Okay.
I think I have one more.
You got one more, and I got one more. Give me the old spinorama.
The old razzle dazzle. Alex
Holy
Pietrangelo.
shit.
Yes.
You got to put your life savings on Alex Pietrangelo.
All right.
Anytime
Yeah, you
goal.
doubling down here?
I'm gonna do the big. So the third one, we will say we have to do the biggest bet. So far, I've done.
I didn't know this. The third one has to be the biggest bet.
Yeah, but I
Okay.
only have $67 left to my account because I keep a light account.
Run
So-
them all, baby.
But then we can't do live bets.
That's true.
We shouldn't do live bets anyway, though. We should stick to what we have,
All
right? Alex Pietrangelo. I can do block shots.
Yes, please do
Over
it.
2.5 block shots.
Please do that. Yes.
All right, I'm betting $67.11 on Alex Petrangelo to block.
That's amazing. That's going to be awesome.
Oh.
Get in the way. Get in there.
It's done.
That rocks. I love that.
Get in the way.
All right. Rev it up for me. Kyler Yamamoto, the hometown boy.
I love that.
I'm going to do, do I do, what should I do?
I mean, power play points on Kyler Yamamoto
I kind of want to do
plus 650.
Is it really?
But like
for
is
what?
he on the power play? Is Kyler?
I'd be surprised.
He seems like
but he's the hometown boy. I feel like they're going to run him out there. What about anytime goal score for Kyler Yamamoto?
I like that.
Plus 600?
Yeah, you have to do $67.11 though.
Do I?
I mean, if you did something $67 on something that's plus 600,
yeah, I know.
That's a fucking decade changer.
I'm gonna do $67. It's plus 400 or to win 400.
Amazing.
$67 on Kyler Yamamoto. Plus 600.
The
anytime
chat
goal score.
is all in on these wheel spins. By the way.
Yes. Wheel spins were a staple of my Twitch streams.
I
It's very
believe
fun.
they're a staple of every Twitch stream, correct? I only know of this thing from watching Twitch streams. Like Pete Overzet and you, the only two people I know who stream, pummel those things.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So all right, we're
you are
my
what?
three
Wait,
bets are Jared McCann anytime goal scorer at plus 250.
odds don't matter. Let's just for the sake of
Okay.
getting them on the screen.
Alex Wenberg to record a point, and Kyler Yamamoto anytime goal scorer.
Kyler.
If Kyler Yamamoto scores a goal, I'm getting naked.
Anytime goal. Sean, do you have them? I can text them to you. Okay.
I have them.
Yamamoto's on power play 1. Says
What?
DJ Mitchell. That's actually. I'm going to be rooting for penalties in this
Damn.
game.
Oh, fuck. I wish I had more money in my account. It would be great to just bet on penalties in the game.
Can you
Does that
do that?
exist?
I don't
it would
think
be
that
amazing
exists.
just to be like, come on, call a penalty. Let's see. Game props.
Gary Bettman on the panel.
Correct score. Dude, I mean, after
Dude, look how much more fun he's having than
when he was on
that
ESPN.
when he was on that other desk.
Hmm.
Plus 600 anytime goal scorer. It's to win $400.
Mm.
It's like to win 469 or something. I'm gonna lose my mind if he scores. I love that bet. I do love that bet right now. I'm so happy that the wheel gave me that. The head and the heart. Friends of Father John Misty.
Are they? Oh, yeah, they
Yeah,
toured together. Yeah. Whenever somebody says friends of Father John Misty, I'm assuming it means he did something to them.
Yeah. This guy's sassy as hell.
Mm.
TNT is just more fun. You said it, not me.
TNT, we're just more fun. Here's the thing about TNT. It's delicious. Gillian Jacobs is going to join us.
We brought some fun games and stuff in studio. We got a little knee hockey set up behind me.
We got
get into
the
those at some
Canadian chips
All those are delicious.
because we're a hockey show.
$40,000 points for a wheel, baby. Hell yeah.
What's your favorite NHL song, Pete?
Boomerang. Boomerang's a great song.
That is a great one.
Some partner you are. Are you too old for Oh Ellen?
Oh, Ellen?
Oh Ellen, what can I do? That was one of the NHL songs. It was like NHL like
He's talking about this
2003.
year. I'm pretty. You meant this year,
Yeah,
right?
I was talking about this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
You guys are talking about the ones that
The
you
NHL
know.
soundtrack this year is pretty awesome.
It is solid.
It is. It's the last few years I've immediately turned off like the soundtrack and
Yeah.
I just put on like the NHL theme music, which is like the organ music basically.
Nice.
And this year I love the soundtrack. So letting that baby rip.
ESPN or like EA Sports had actual like awesome fucking soundtracks.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day.
Like,
I don't know if today still is it still like
No.
because I don't know if it was cool to get on it back then, but like I found out about Chameleonaire
Yeah,
because of an
same.
EA Sports game.
Yeah.
They had-
It is-
it's
it's
not
Madden.
nearly as good. I can tell you right now, Madden has gone so far downhill as both a game and a soundtrack because like that was where how I learned about American Idiot, like way back in the day. It was
Like,
"Don't
Good
Wanna Be an
Charlotte had so
American
many
Idiot."
bangers
Like they used to
on-
have bangers on.
Yeah.
NBA, like the 2K games, not EA Sports,
Yeah.
has been okay because they usually have like people curate it for them. But yeah, EA games have kind of.
I looked up the lyrics to American Idiot last evening.
Did they play that at the New Year's Eve
Well,
thing
a
or
big
something?
I almost mocked it, but I was like, whatever, let people have their fun. It was there was a tweet going on. I was like, Billy Joe Armstrong changed the lyrics of American Idiot at their New Year's performance to don't want to be a part of like the MAGA agenda.
Oh,
And I want
right,
to be
yeah.
like, fucking cool, man. Like, I would guess that. First of all, like, do people say MAGA anymore?
I don't think so.
I hope not. But then I was like, what are the lyrics anyway? Because by the time I'm an old, by the time American Idiot came out, like Green Day wasn't cool anymore.
It was Redneck Agenda, wasn't it? Wasn't that?
It was
the
Redneck Agenda.
Yeah,
Yes. But like by the time American Idiot came out, like that seemed to people my age as like
I
them
remember
kind of
that.
grasping at straws
I
of like
remember
doing
that,
a
yeah.
how do you do fellow kids? Like we're gonna be like no effects.
There
When
was
I'm
a-
like, yo, you sing about masturbating, my guy.
There was a video game that song was American Idiot was on. It was like Burnout something. I think it was like
It was on an Madden at one point. I know
there was
that.
a racing game where you could go like super slow motion. I think it was called Burnout, and that song was on it, and that game was a lot of fun.
He drops a hard F in that song, though.
Mhm.
I didn't
Yep, sure
realize
did.
that. Well, maybe I'm the. He's got to still sing it.
Maybe not.
It'd be weird if he didn't sing it
It's
because
pretty-
it doesn't. Because what he says, means with that hasn't changed and is still
yeah.
a good message to say. Like, oh, like I guess I'm
hmm
this to you.
NHL hits Power Man 5000.
That's the question of the day. Do we think Billy Joe Armstrong still drops a hard F when he performs?
Did anybody watch that last night? Them perform? Anybody in the chat? Did he throw it? Did he throw that F?
Do you throw the? So I got a yes. I don't know if that's like yes, he dropped it, or like yes, it's back.
I don't know. Yes, that's the burnout. Yeah. Where you're supposed to crash and you're supposed to create like the gnarliest crash. That game was so fun.
It just makes me think of. Did you do Road Rash or something? Is that the? I think it was called like
Road Rage?
No, it's.
The Simpsons Road Rash?
Was that a game?
The Simpsons had like a crazy taxi type game. and
Maybe
it was
that's
a
what it
lot
was.
of fun.
But there was a game that was like, it was basically Mad Max, except on like the street.
They bleeped it out, but he did.
Good.
Yeah, still throwing it.
Good.
I forgot that they did the 2020 All-Star game, and that's when they went like crazy and they were like swearing like insane. And they kept. I don't think that the broadcast got it, so they like weren't expecting it, and they were able to swear like a bunch of times during the NHL.
And he's just like peppering
All-Star
in
game.
hard
Yes,
F's,
yeah.
like not part of that song. And you're like,
No, like different words.
oh. It'd be funny if that was like his move.
Just that's his vocalized pause.
Yeah, so it was more of like a chill one. Welcome to a new Southern nation. Yeah, by the time that came out, like we were all like off
Green Day?
Green Day.
wasn't
Warning
a
was
big-
like the last cool one.
I was never a big Green Day guy.
We loved Dookie, obviously. Nimrod was like kind of the beginning of the end. But Warning and like Minority, those were cool songs. Even though that was what we thought was like the end.
Who's got the musical intermission show during the Winter Classic?
Jonas Brothers, remember?
Oh, wait, no, that's
Oh!
Stadium Series.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that's Stadium Series. Because I remember being like,
Oh,
I'm
'cause-
going to that.
Oh, that is
and
right.
it's New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're famously.
Yeah, I mean, who do they have up there other than Macklemore? Like,
I was going to say, it's going to be Macklemore.
It seems.
Walking to the Winter Classic. We were discussing how all of Macklemore's songs
Just begin with like
begin
walking
with him
into
saying
something.
that he walked in someplace. By the way, we're not just so I'm rocking this because it's cool, but we're both doing Vegas friendship bracelets.
Yeah, we're rocking both teams
Yeah.
right now.
Courtesy of Foco, the bracelets.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, it is funny. It's like, yeah, we are supporting both teams when we clearly like have the biggest items is just the Kraken. I felt a little bad, but like I don't have anything cool from Vegas.
I'll tell you what, we won't get into specifics yet, but we are doing something with the Vegas Golden Knights relatively soon. We don't have any plans to do stuff with the Kraken.
That's true.
I just want to do stuff with the we got
Wait,
the bets.
is it Pearl Jam? No, it's not
Oh.
Pearl Jam, right?
It says it should be.
No, but Stacey Faye said it's Pearl Jam. That would rock. I'm like a huge Pearl Jam guy.
Pearl
Is
Jam.
Macklemore a part Kraken owner? Because if that's the case,
I think he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you
him and
care about your
Marshawn
own
Lynch.
career, you're making it. You're making yourself the half or the intermission.
Should I have
performance.
made the insensitive joke there
What?
that I didn't make? Is Macklemore part Kraken owner? I was gonna say he used to own a lot of crack, probably.
I don't think he was like a crack guy. He was an alcoholic.
I don't know what his.
He was an alcoholic.
Yeah, but I was I think he's okay. I hope.
I hope.
How's what's his face doing? How's Ryan Lewis doing? Did he ever recover from making that terrible album with Kesha?
I don't know. He did.
Praying, yeah. So Scott Stapp should do that song.
It's hard.
Heart?
And Sir Mix-a-Lot? That can't be true, right?
Hope it is.
I used to do Opium. We don't judge here.
I love how you
How is
guys
that?
say both. I've been dying to say that for a long time. It's the only word I can hear your accent. What word?
Both?
Both? Billy Joe Armstrong? What?
Both? Both?
Oh,
Did we say it weird?
Both. I don't
Both?
think the only time I ever hear either of you really have an accent is when you say room.
room? Yeah, you
Rum?
get that off us?
You say rum.
Room.
Mm.
Any thoughts on the PWHL opener? I didn't watch any of it. We were busy getting set up here.
Yeah.
New
But
York goalies, pads, fucking sick.
I do really love the fact that they are doing the 3-2-1 point system, and I love that they're releasing they're having like the true penalty kill. If you score shorthanded, the penalty ends. I fucking love that. I've been wanting the NHL to do that for so long. Like if
So-
you give up a shorthanded goal, you don't deserve to have a power play.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Both.
Whoa.
I
It really
have
is
done some
hard.
research. The NHL announced that Seattle native Sir Mix-a-Lot will perform one of his most popular songs during player introductions. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame band Heart will headline the entertainment for the game's first intermission.
Wait, so did they specify what song it is?
What? No.
It just says Sir
Well, just
Mix-a-Lot
one
is
of
going
his
to
more
perform
popular-
one of his most popular songs.
I mean-
I wonder which one that is.
He has but one most popular song.
Yeah.
During the second intermission, there will be a quote tribute to Seattle sports, including appearances by Jay Buhner, Jamal Crawford, Matt Hasselbeck.
What you trade Jay Buhner for? 40 home runs, 100 RBIs.
Jay Buhner hit my
You
dad.
know what you're doing.
Who'd they trade
Isaiah
for?
Thomas will also be there.
I think they traded him
But
for.
he's like, my scouts were telling me.
Yeah.
They were in
Did they trade him for Richie Sexton?
No, I don't think so. Because I think they were on Rich, they weren't on the Mariners at the same time. But I was at a game in Baltimore with my dad, and Jay Buhner ball like hit my dad in the arm or something. I forgot the details.
Ken Phelps.
Nice.
Ken Phelps.
Oh yeah,
Ken Phelps.
Ken
They
Phelps.
They were telling me about Ken Phelps' bat.
Yeah.
Warning.
It's not weird. It's just whatever accent you have. Also, room. Yeah. I can't believe we say both weird.
I wouldn't be surprised by anything.
Ken Phelps. Ken Phelps.
Although I've gotten Canadian accent more than I've ever gotten Boston accent. So
I get Canadian accent a lot.
You get Canadian accent?
When I say, specifically when I say sorry. Sorry. I do a lot of sorry. Does Sawyer Mix-a-Lot own part of the Kraken?
Yeah. Sean, can you make a full screen of Kraken part owners?
That should be a bit.
It's Sir Mix-a-Lot, Macklemore, Kesha.
Every celebrity is just part owner of the Kraken.
Yeah. And if people are like Kesha, I'd be like, she made a bad album with Ryan Lewis.
You know who's
Ray Allen?
You know who's part owner of the Vegas Golden Knights?
What's his face? I know the answer to this. It's Jerry Bruckheimer.
Nope. He's a part owner of the Seattle Kraken.
I know. Everybody is.
He really is, though.
Yeah, you know for sure is.
So is
Jerry Bruckheimer.
Isn't like Tom Brady part owner of the Vegas Golden Knights, or is that?
You guys don't
Or is it
say
the Raiders?
wicked as often as native Bostonians should. I never say wicked, actually. I sucked it straight out of my vocabulary when I went to college.
I think I got rid of that when I was younger. Don't be I'm not self-conscious.
This is not a self-conscious
Yeah, I was
thing.
just kind of shocked.
Oh, so we are going to do some sort of. We're doing this to have fun and also to boost the old YouTube subscribers and everything. And I was thinking of like horrible things that we could do for if we get to a certain amount. If we get to a certain amount, we haven't figured it out yet, but like we've got things that we can either release or put out there. But we're not going to do this. But I was thinking a great one would be like if we get to X amount, like one of us has to go home.
That'd be incredible.
Like what if we got to like,
I would,
if we pick
as
up
long
like
as it's me,
300,
I'm cool with it.
I was going to say like, we pick up 300, you have to go home and you don't get to come back. And like this is it's made worse. Another one I thought of is like one of us has to take an edible and isn't allowed to talk the rest of the time. So they just have to sit there in silence.
I mean, that's what happens when I take an edible anyway.
A lot of people do that anyway.
I meant to bring some, but it would have been a real dangerous game. But yeah, that would have been me anyway. You wouldn't have to give me instructions to not talk.
One of us has to sing the second verse of American Idiot.
Oh no.
A faithful rendition.
Don't clip it.
Yeah.
If any wild shit happens and you can clip it, anybody watching, please do that for us.
Tweet about it. Text your friends. Like get people in here. Get those subs up.
Yeah, hit the subscribe button, please.
Oh, right. So we have to start doing that during the episodes to say, like, if you're listening, please go to our YouTube and subscribe because we have for a new young top 2 hockey podcast, we do pretty well on YouTube, but who knows what's going on the audio side that is like, because it's a podcast, automatically going to be a lot better than whatever we're doing on YouTube. So we get some of those fuckers in there, then it's over.
Have Pete take an edible 7 beers in. That was that came up in conversation last night when I was at dinner. That's the last time that I've puked. And I've puked like one time in the last 6 or 7 years. Pretty incredible run. Just one time. And it was because I took an edible after probably like 4 beers. But they were like good beers.
I was going to say craft beer plus pot. Yeah. So I've puked a bunch of times the last 5-6 years. And it's all been like, you know what I'm going to do? Drink fucking like 6 tree houses and smoke an entire joint.
Such a bad idea.
It's out fucking outrageous.
Yeah, I got crazy spins after I did that, and I was like holding on to my toilet for dear life. And anybody who is you do remember?
I
this?
was like, I don't know how you were doing a stream. Right?
I was doing a stream.
I ended up being a part of it. I don't know
Really?
how I ended up being part of it.
Probably
Maybe
because
you were like
it was like a
texting me during it
wellness
being
check
like,
or
I'm
something.
dying.
Yeah, it may have been a wellness check kind of situation.
And I was like, you're dying to sing the second verse of American Idiot.
Second verse of American Idiot in the style of Dane Cook.
Everyone has that friend.
We playing Strikeout? I'm confused. I skipped the edible. So the high from an edible is so much different than like a high from smoking. And sometimes I'm down for it, but like only if I have nothing left to do the rest of my day. Like I cannot expect to be productive whatsoever if I'm hitting that old Eddie.
Jesse Larkin says 4 Oxbows and 15 milligrams will send anyone to Pluto. Like,
Yep.
I've experienced like exactly that.
Yeah.
I was one time I was moving out of my apartment, and it was like the should be packing, should be cleaning the place night. And I was like, I would get this way in college, not with any sort of like PEDs or anything, but I'd be like, I know that this night ends with me having written this paper.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to fucking eat and drink everything. And somehow it's going to be done by the end of the night. So I was like, I'm going to smoke this joint and drink mad beers and just like clean the apartment. And I did, and I had a blast. And then I fucking puked everywhere.
Oh no.
Here come the nights.
Those jerseys are
So
so
may
trash.
Sean, may I give a take? These are I think I officially like this uniform.
No, I mean it's
which is crazy.
I like the gray.
The jersey is trash, but I think I like we'll see how it skates.
It's a little too piss yellow for me. Like it's a little too piss stained to me.
It's piss stained.
I love this. Might jump on it.
Is this Sir Mix-a-Lot? Is this
I
a
actually
song?
have no idea.
If it
no,
is,
isn't this like
It can't be. He would be as known for both of these songs.
I feel like this song was made by like
it was originally made by the Sugar Hill Gang.
I was gonna say
he does have like his own somewhat well-known recording of it. It appears.
Okay, so I was going to say this seems like one of those things that can just be traced back to the Sugar Hill Gang.
Yeah, it was on his 1996 Return of the Bumpasaurus album. Sir Mix-a-Lot.
A lot of drug imagery today.
What is this shot? This is going to give me like motion
Sean, can
sickness.
we get with that?
Holy, this drone shot is going to make me nauseous.
But what happens right here? Like, lose control, crash into Matty Beniers. He's out for the game. Like that. But I was going to say, this is an all-time Winter Classic field setup.
This is,
like
this
the
looks
sea
awesome.
imagery with the docks. I love it. The fisherman is a little bit too much.
I like it.
I mean, I like it. It's
this.
fun, but it's also just like
I like that the Kraken have like branded their identity like on like seaside.
But how do you become one of the guys whose job it is to throw fish over the heads of NHL players? Unless they went down to the wharf and was like, you don't have to
you
work
think they
today.
got people from Pike Place? Need the stream to be.
Sean,
this internet is not holding
Can you
up.
toss our bets up there so I can take a screen grab and then tweet how crazy it is in here?
I mean, I can throw up one of your bets at a time.
Oh, okay. So I was thinking, is there a way, like, even if it's like small, to just like have them on during the course of play,
like for the whole game?
Yeah, like lower on the screen.
Yeah. It's give me a minute.
Tits.
You could do that fancy little ticker thing that you. that you love.
You seem to like so much.
I do like that ticker.
I like it too. I think
it was
that
pretty
like
polarizing when he debuted it.
Oh, I was gonna say it could have been like a one complaint thing.
Yeah, I think it was.
One complaint can sound loud.
Oh, give us is Dusty Gooch here? Do you remember that when they did the Lake Tahoe game? They saluted the Dusty Gooch guy. That was the best. Ticker. Barely know her. Alberga?
Oh, Shred King.
I really wish the... Oh, sorry.
Screen grab me, Sean. He does. So what he just did actually isn't hard. He was just tapping. I hope someone walks by our studio. Fucking guitar tongue licks for our nation.
Support our troops.
Yeah. Shred for the troops.
Yo, what are they lugging?
Someone said Pete's still in frame.
Fuck off. Oh, America rocks.
All right.
When they had the Army-Navy game at Gillette, I was driving home on the highway, and the flyover like was above me, and I panicked for a quick couple minutes. When you see a flyover out of place while you're driving down the highway in a very strange time to be alive, you're like, oh no, what's happening? It was very scary.
I'm tweeting it with sickest anthem.
Oops. That was a sweet ass anthem. That's right, Connor.
This picture goes so hard. I don't know why. I love it.
It's the jerseys, man. The jerseys look great.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, can we bet on if the ref is going to chat at puck drop? That's
Oh.
a great bet. Well,
Should we
I
just
don't know if you guys saw it, but Elliot said that the Chicago Blackhawks are probably going to be involved in next year's Winter Classic, which means that chatty ass ref is going to get a chance to fuck up Connor Bedard's day again. Is there an important football game, or did the apocalypse just happen? That's basically what was going through my head. And plus, it was like the Army-Navy game, so it was... They had the real deal shit flying for that game. I placed the largest bet of my life on Texas tonight, and that is not a joke. the largest bet of my life, which it's not that much, but I don't bet like that. But I put a healthy wager on tonight's game. I'd be absolutely hammering the chips at that table, risking small talk to do so. What's up, Brett? Our guy, Brett.
Oh,
Also, these are delicious. These are the all dressed.
Oh, I mean, he got to know. Brett's
Yeah.
got to know about those.
Yeah, for sure.
Rochester boy. Was discussing Rochester and my never-ending Rochester confusion with a loved one yesterday.
What's to do with Rochester?
was that like
I mean,
what the fuck you saying about Rochester?
Oh, no. I feel like people from Buffalo generally look down on Rochester.
So I always assumed that Rochester was like near Buffalo. It's not really.
I mean,
Rochester's not
like 45 minutes away and 45
Oh,
hours.
really?
Yeah.
So what do I know about anything?
It's a little annoying to get to because it's not on the 90. So you have to like take multiple highways to get there. But it's not like that far.
Never forget when Dave Hackstall was announced as Kraken coach, he like rebranded with a goatee. Do you remember that? He just like showed up with a goatee and everybody was like, what the fuck? Don't do that.
I like that. That's
and then he shaved it.
That's like Ryan coming back to the office, showing that he's cool.
Jim said, I've been thinking of a way to make It's an Awfully Hot Lollipop make sense.
Oh, whoa. Oh, we get one from the fridge when we have them all set out here, the room temperature one. I grabbed the wrong one, crack it, what's wrong? That's an awfully hot lollipop. There you go.
Ruffles all dressed are better, obviously, but I love the
That's
idea.
what I said. That's
what you
exactly what I said when you walked in. Well, I didn't say that they were better, though. I said those are the only ones that I had. But
Ruffles are an elite chip. They have the best
am
structure.
so out on wavy chips. I think they are a complete scam. And
They're not the wave.
No way.
I hate them, except for Ruffles all dress.
I like the wavy chips.
Oh, also we need a goal this period for sure, but we need 2 goals the first 10 minutes.
That's the worst bet. They never score early in a Winter Classic.
Yo, you see what happened? It's the new NHL. You see what the Canadians did against the Lightning? Just do one of those goals.
What goal?
Yo, you didn't see that?
Which one?
They yesterday.
Oh no, I didn't watch.
The Lightning thought that the play was over because the goalie made a save.
Yeah, I did see that actually.
And the thing though is like the arena really did them dirty by playing the music, because I would also just automatically think, okay, the play's dead.
2025 Winter Classic predictions. Well, the Chicago Blackhawks are involved. What would be like the?
It's gonna be like one last ride for Sid in the.
You think
Classic.
so?
Maybe they might wait and give him one in Pittsburgh. I think it might depend on if Macklin Celebrini ends up on an interesting team. I don't remember how early they announced these things.
I think they announced them like pretty well before
Columbus. Well, Fantilli versus Bedard.
Where would you put it? Would you put it at Ohio State?
Ooh, that would be a very good one, actually. Oh, you would hate those. I already know you would hate the Blue Jackets jerseys. They're going to be just probably better versions of their Cannon jerseys.
Yeah, I mean, if they want to make a better version of that jersey, I'm down
of an
for
already great jersey. Well, my point is it's going to be an even more aggressively faux back, which is one of your things.
Oh, that's a nice. You got it going?
Scorebug, the time is not accurate yet.
Okay.
So ignore that. But
this is a very aesthetically pleasing Winter Classic.
Yeah. That's a very sick scoreboard, Sean.
Thank you.
OSU won't allow a game at their stadium right now. Why? Chicago, Minnesota might be a good one.
I mean, from the sounds of it, it's going to be like if they already know it's Chicago, it sounds like it's going to be in Chicago. If
I believe
guess.
are we
I feel
having
like they've had too many.
I believe we're having an OSU player on with us today, right?
OSU player?
Yeah. I think one of our guests played at Ohio State.
I don't know.
It's like one of two things I know about this person.
Oh, really? Okay.
We're gonna have that him on and just be like, I think you went to Ohio State.
Let me check.
It's not Matt Barkowski.
Yep.
Count it.
Nice.
Oh, we got a
We
goal.
got a goal. Ely Tolvanen.
Off Alex Petrangelo and in. That wouldn't count as block shot. I don't think. All right, so that's one sincere bet cashed.
Wait, you had one goal?
I did
I thought
DraftKings
it was 2
boosted
goals.
to plus 100.
Oh,
So
that's
I
a
just
great
took
tip.
that and then ooh,
It's a great tip. He's got the big
nice
tipper
shot
perk
from
equipped.
Dunn too after putting one in his own net last game.
Who had the secondary assist there? Antarctica. Are we ahead of you guys? We can't be, right?
Matt Barkowski is doing intermissions in Pittsburgh now, like for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Tell me.
They've already done Winter Classic at Wrigley. They've also done 2 at Fenway, so I guess
Have they done one at Soldier Field? That seems kind of like a natural spot
think
to
so.
do one in Chicago.
I think so. They've done basically every spot in Chicago.
Yeah. It still blows my mind that the first ever Winter Classic was in Buffalo. Like
Yeah.
they I don't know that they will ever go back there. Maybe when
that
I
was
build
a
a new
good, that was a
stadium.
great one too. Oh,
Yeah,
we're
I mean,
a little
it was-
ahead. Okay, sorry. All right, we'll keep it in our pants.
The clock is pretty accurate right now. I'm trying to do my best. I kind of have to keep track of it live. So
You're a second off.
yeah. Now I'm accurate. Now it's
Yeah, I mean, if we can get one more goal in the next 4 minutes, 25 seconds, Dave will feel less ridiculous about his Alex Petrangelo blocked shots bet.
I love that bet so much.
I know.
Pretty sure they did Soldier Field. Want to say it was Hawks Pens. You know who has the best job, the best gig going in sports media in terms of like former players on an intermission show? John Michael Lyles. I don't know if you watch any of the Avs broadcast.
Yeah.
He I think he's there when they're home, but when they're on the road, he stays home and he does the intermission show from his wine cellar. And he's just posted up inside his sick ass wine cellar.
That's so
drinking
bootleg.
wine.
That's so bootleg.
It really is, but it's like such a deal for him. Also, he's like the most handsome guy.
He's a nice looking man and he's a nice guy, but that just makes me feel bad about sports media.
Any news on the potential Sox move to Tennessee? Are you talking Red Sox?
I think they're saying like the Red Sox
Sell
are
the team.
no, White Sox. The White Sox were.
Wait, that's actual.
Wait,
I mean, that was something that was brought up like near the end of the last season. I think it's one of those like, give us a new stadium when we move type of thing.
Wait, isn't their stadium like kind of new and nice?
I don't know how new it is or how nice it is. I haven't been there.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
I also don't know that is why they are like the Nashville thing came up, but I do know that rumors of them moving did come up near the end of this last season.
I mean, Nashville should have a baseball team.
It should in theory, but also the idea of having Nashville is one of the worst cities to drive around in I have ever been in.
Oh, really?
Like it is just not built for, because I was there for the draft, and it was just not built to have lots of people going to one place at one time. Is the vibe that I got.
So I've never been there when there's been a lot of people going to one place at one time. Like it's always just been super easy. But then maybe is to your point.
Lake Tahoe is a great location. At least they tried, though it didn't work out. I would argue that it didn't work out. That was one of my favorite Winter Classics because they played a game at midnight, which was hilarious.
It worked out for the people that were interested in staying up to watch it.
I was loving it. I believe that I took an edible and watched some midnight hockey, and it was amazing. And then the next day, you got a beautiful game during the day, or like at like twilight or whatever. It was awesome.
Sarah Siv is going to jump on with us in just a little bit, by the way.
Hell yeah. Let me circle back on Alberga. Is anybody watching good TV shows? Because I'm looking for a TV show. The new season of Fargo is incredible, but that's all I'm watching. I started watching Everybody Loves Raymond again. So give me your good current TV shows that are on right now. If Ryan Ben Harris is in the chat, I know Ryan Ben Harris is is like our TV guy. Let me see.
I like the helmets, even though like
let me see.
Well, I'd be interested to see where Matty Beniers would have ended up in the Calder if he was playing this year. Like, because I feel like there's so many good rookies this year where he would have rated in that race.
Like, I don't think, would we even think about him?
Probably not.
Well, because I mean, like third, Matthias Michelli was third, or no, he was fourth. Excuse me. So like, it wasn't like it was like crazy.
Beniers isn't having a great year though, is he?
No, I'm saying what his rookie, how his rookie year would have rated this year.
If you picked it up and placed it in this year.
Obviously, he's not winning Rookie of the Year.
We have a Letterkenny recommendation from someone who's frequently recommended Letterkenny to me, and I've started it. I'm just going very slow with it.
I love Letterkenny.
Detroiters. Did you watch Detroiters?
Yes, but I think this problem doesn't exist anymore. When I watched it until there was no way to watch it anymore. I watched like maybe like 2/3 of a season, and then there was no way to stream, get the episodes anyway.
Really?
Yeah. So I just had to stop. All right, 2 minutes to score, boys. Come
I'm not
on.
done with Batman the Animated Series, no. I'm still making my way through that.
Score or shoot the puck at Alex Pietrangelo.
Shoot it directly at him.
I wish that I could have like a Pietrangelo cam, because every time I look, I'm like, is he out there? Hit him.
I did see somebody say Yamamoto is spelled wrong, and it is, but I kind of like it. It's Yamamosto. He's doing the mosto.
He's the yeah, he does the mosto
with the mosto.
Oh, I like those NHL on TNT LL Bean jackets. Score. I was thinking the same thing, Michael Lambert, at Making My Way.
What did they say?
You said I'm making my way, and then you paused for a second, and I was like,
I did that,
he's asking for it.
Making my way downtown.
What if Alex Petrangelo like got hurt and left the game?
That would be
All of my bets would just be
devastating.
dead.
You guys really got the CBJ social team to lean into the Mo thing with Fantilli? Hell yeah. I didn't. I mean, I saw that.
That was
I
very
saw-
much a nickname of his before.
No,
Yeah,
no,
oh,
no.
yeah, for
They
sure.
told us about that.
Yeah. I mean, we'll take credit for it. I just wish that he would go by Adamo now. That's such a cooler name.
I know. Oh, I don't know if you could see behind us, but because of Adam Fantilli, I bought an air fryer, and we're going to prepare some food in the air fryer at some point. Get ready for that.
Get the fire department on speed dial.
Ooh.
I'm interested. You're going to try to.
Can you guys try to get Mike Babcock on the show? We tried calling him, but he's not allowed in your phones anymore.
Got him. I think we're going to try
30 seconds to score. Come on.
We're going to try to recreate one of our favorite sandwiches from a local establishment
that's closed. So the good places around here, this is nearish a town that like any place that's good has existed for a million years, and on like the 1st of July will be closed for the 4th of July. One of those places that just keeps outrageous hours, like closes at like 3 p.m. Like, how do you stay in business these days? But they're just like, fuck it, we're awesome. They're obviously closed today, so we're going to make a sandwich that we get from there that's amazing. I've got that when we do it. I've got the ingredients and everything will show up on the screen. It's going to be a real cooking show environment. You're going to like it a lot.
I think we're
guarantee it.
We're going to do a trivia game in which we're requiring your participation.
Yes, we're going to do a
stick around.
Trivia game where it's going to be Pete versus y'all.
Pete versus the chat.
I initially was going to make it Pete versus Sean, but that was going to be too tough to do logistically. So there's like an American history question in there that now just no one's going to get. I think you're going to get it. LOL, you got an air fryer. Yeah, for real, did.
Oh no. You see that? You see that bottom comment? Be warned, air fryer famously shuts down electricity if you have it on with anything else needing power.
We're not using electricity.
This stream is running purely off vibes, not electricity.
Yeah, we do.
Oh.
I mean, now it doesn't matter. That bet's long gone.
Yeah, we already got the one goal that we're going to see in this game. Who got the other assist on that first goal?
Barbashep. No, just kidding.
Goals or assists from Dunn and Larson.
Larson, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Adam Larson, solid player. Suck it, losers.
Alberga said, I feel like death, but can help out.
Why did he just sprint away?
I don't know. Good question.
Like we're on a time crunch or something.
We got Civ on the line?
We do.
Sarah Civ. What's up? Can I?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you. Yep.
What's up?
How are
we
you?
doing? I'm
How was
good.
your
How
New
are you?
Year's?
It was great. I mean, officially kind of at the age where I'm at home on New Year's. I don't know.
Did you watch the old festivities?
Oh yeah, that was hilarious. I mean, you can't understate how funny that is year after year. I'm glad they got to drink again.
I know. I was so happy that they were boozing last night. Those two are the best together. I didn't know that they met. Did you notice that they met on a blind date? Like they were set up, and that's how they met. And we're talking about Andy Cohen, and Anderson Cooper. Yeah, Ellen told me that that's how they met. Is that they were set up on a date. It went very poorly in terms of like, we are not going to date each other, but we can be best friends. And boy, they're best friends. It's the best.
Like two gay guys that are best friends is one of the best dynamics you'll find.
I would imagine, yeah. It seems like the highest of vibes. Also,
I personally, I think two straight guys who are best friends are really those are always so fun and cool.
They should start a podcast.
More of those. I was gonna say maybe with microphones. More of those.
Two gay guys. Actually, the best dynamic is two gay guys who are best friends and are also best friends with John Mayer.
I just want to
Oh
point
my
out
god, the cats.
Alex Petrangelo block shot.
What?
Whoa!
Oh, we got a block shot. I didn't see it. I was like, you know what I was doing? It was when I was pissing.
Sick, dude. We've got a bunch of random bets in this game in case.
Really?
Do we
you're
have
curious.
should I do a tweet from one of these accounts promoting the special guest?
Can you fire that off? Cool. Thank you.
I can.
Who do you think should play the Chicago Blackhawks in next year's Winter Classic? This was a discussion that we're having.
Oh, the Boston Bruins.
Hell yes, that would be so funny.
One time,
we did something new.
Yeah.
Here's your new Winter Classic. Bruins Blackhawks next year.
it's just
That would be the best.
embrace the money grab. One time I asked Joel Edmondson if he thinks that there's enough Winter Classics, and he was like, "For the Blackhawks, yeah." I'm like, "Oh, you guys think the same thing too?"
I like that it's a joke that like the NHL is either unaware of or so aware of that they're like, we need to do it for the money and the jokes.
I mean, they need the money, so I guess jokes aside,
That is right.
They do need the money. It
get
is
that
very
sweet
funny
gate
that like
revenue.
the Blackhawks were the team that like everybody was like rigged for the lottery, and then like them giving them the Winter Classic the next year would be so funny.
I mean, I'm trying to think of what would be, you know, what would be a good Winter Classic? It would never happen because Canada, but like Blackhawks Oilers would be awesome.
Oh hell yeah!
Connor.
Oh,
Need the
man.
Connors.
That actually like they might do that. I don't know.
We haven't done it
there's-
yet, but
There's
we were,
no Heritage Classic next year.
we were planning on doing a segment on the show called Connorable Mention, and it's where we just talk about people named Connor, and only if one of them has done something, but try to sneak some of the non-Hellebuck, McDavid, Bedsies in there.
Does Kyle Connor count?
I was going to say, it's just all Kyle Connor.
I
how
miss
they get
Kyle
ya.
Connor, man.
I know. He was doing so well. He's doing amazing, sweetie.
The Jets rock. They're America's team.
Oof. I don't know. They're too boring to be America's team. but
What?
I do love Nino Niederreiter.
No way. The Jets are fun as fuck.
No, I didn't know. They're like automatically boring.
Why?
They're like,
The Jets are fun as fuck. I've been watching a lot of Jets recently, and they're awesome.
To be fair, I haven't, but they need to get past the first round for me.
They are probably in the least desirable city to play / live in all of North American
Right.
professional sports.
You know what? I've been to Winnipeg, and I will say the hotel that NHL players stay at is connected to the rink, and there's heated floors, so it's actually pretty fun. I know that Sidney Crosby gets out and physically walks for some reason because he's Sidney Crosby, but like for everybody else, you just
I
stand
get
on
what
the
you're
heated
trying to
floors.
do, but like when the selling point of the city is that you don't have to go outside, it's a bad thing to say.
that's when I did a series in Detroit, and it was the same thing. Like, how was Detroit? Not bad. So like, it's just there's this center where everything is, and the hotel's in there, and then like the rink is just like down like a small little path, and you're okay. And basically, like, the selling point is like you don't have to go to Detroit.
You don't have to experience the city whatsoever.
It's the best part. No, I did a couple Detroit things. They were nice.
I know Sarah rides for Detroit.
Are you
I
a
know.
Detroit head?
I wasn't going to be annoying about it, but yes, I lived there for a few months. I really love outside of the city. Like, exactly, you're right about that. Like, kind of on the outer fringes of the city, there's some really nice places. The architecture there, it's kind of post-apocalyptic in a way that I love. It's like there's really wide open buildings, which I guess I was thinking about like the cities that I like that people don't like. And it's like you have to be in the Midwest with a very open architecture type vibe. But I like the coffee shops there. It's cheap. I don't know. Not the worst place in the world.
We haven't talked about the entrances for these, like how the teams showed up for this game. There would be nobody better to discuss the Lukes, as they say,
Oh, yeah.
for this than Sarah Civ. Sarah, what did you think of the Kraken showing up? Why were they dressed like that?
Because it's the Pike's Place guys, like
They were dressed up as
the
fishermen.
guy who throw the fish.
Gotcha. Well, no matter what, I just saw that. I was like, I don't know what that means. They like Kraken by a million. I was all
So it
love
just
that.
went completely over your head, but you were still like just all in on it.
I mean, I clearly didn't spend any time on it, but I just like saw the picture and I was like, it's a sick like orange overall situation. There weren't any close-ups. It was just like
Yeah, fair.
a line of them
They had,
walking
like,
in.
I think they had like plush fish or
Yeah,
something.
they had the plush
plushies.
fish that they throw out
Yeah.
in Seattle.
I was
I
like,
like
yeah,
it.
I was getting like Mario vibes more than I was able to discern. Was that a shot
They're
on
the
goal?
Waluigi of the NHL.
But that
I
was-
really appreciated the fish throwing, the choreography. They nailed the choreography, the people like around them as they walked.
Yeah, no players got hit by flying fish, which is a little disappointing. That was a Petrangelo shot on goal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm making incredible pace.
I'm
We have
not.
one block shot and one shot on goal. This is otherworldly. Sarah, we spun a wheel with all the skaters playing today and then made bets off of those. And 2 of my 3 spins were Alex Petrangelo. So
There
I
you
had
go.
to make my biggest bet was Alex Petrangelo over 2.5 blocked shots. So now we're watching a hockey game rooting for blocked shots.
Hell yes.
We're cooking with fire here. I mean, when you watch a Winter Classic, that's kind of what you should look for. Honestly, not bad.
Yeah. Better
Not going
than
to be high scoring.
right.
What were we
How are your
talking-
bets doing?
Not good. Not good. I need.
I bet the under and the over just for fun because I need a win.
I love that. You win no matter what.
You should, you know what you should do, and you are the perfect person to do this because you like getting your hands dirty on Twitter. You should like tweet that you did that and then brag when
Yes.
you win, and then someone will be like, "Oh yeah, you lost." You'd be like, literally, I won." You should be asking me for
win-lose
tips.
situation.
Yeah.
I'm playing
ruffle
both
the
sides so
feathers.
that I always come out on top.
Sorry for ... winning.
Gaming the system here.
Yeah. Tell me again how it's bad that I ... won a bet.
I just want to feel good. They're like $1 each.
Yeah. Did any of us don the nice glasses Pete got us?
No, nobody yet.
Pete
I,
cleaned up on.
A, I was never given glasses. B, I can't really wear glasses over
I
glasses.
was going to. So when we were when we were getting this all going, like 10 layers of work hit Sean that was kind of unexpected, and I was thinking it would be really funny if I was like, Sean, don't forget you have to wear these glasses just to see if you would kick our ass.
This is a good setup. What are you guys eating over there?
Well, Adam Fantilli told us about. Have you heard of what is it? Air fryer?
I'm familiar.
Yeah. Well, he made this thing up.
I got the big balloons too, but I popped the 4. So it just says 202.
That's ominous.
It says SOS.
Yes.
Yeah, but we're going to use the air fryer, do a little cooking show at some point. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes. Contain
Chat, by the way, if
multitudes
we
over
miss
there.
anything with any of our bets, actually, fuck. Now you're just going to lie and say, like, Petrangelo blocked shot.
How many more Petrangelo shots do we need?
2, yeah. Do you think your arms would get tired after a while of even something that light?
What, just holding this up?
Yeah, probably, right?
Probably.
Just from like, I know this from holding a recorder.
This was
Sarah, you got to know that. Like the
Recorder?
like,
Oh,
when
yeah.
you're holding a
Hot
record-
cross buns. Oh, I thought you were talking
No.
about the recorder.
No, like an audio record. Actually, you know what? You're such a young zillennial that Did you ever record on a recorder or you just use your phone?
Nope. I think I tried for the vibes once. It was always my phone. Voice memos.
Whoa, for the vibes. You're like, I am a...
I had like a little Panasonic one that I
Yes.
used.
Yeah.
Everybody has that 1 year when they're a journalist, when they're a hardo, and they try
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that, and then either you stick with it or not.
But I was always afraid that the battery was going to run out
Oh,
Yeah.
because it took like one AA battery.
yeah, you're like, I wish that you took more just so I could have... Could know that you're
At
getting
that
some
time,
real
like
power.
the cost of batteries was more than my yearly
The
salary.
idea
so.
of a recorder is not even mentioned in journalism school anymore.
Really?
For the record. Like, never even crossed my mind to use a recorder.
There we go.
Not to make y'all feel old or anything.
Sean, did you go to journalism school?
I did. I went to I technically went to 2 journalism schools, but my undergrad was in advertising. I went to Newhouse at Syracuse, and then I went
Nice,
to
yeah.
Cronkite at ASU for a journalism's master's.
Jeez, look at you.
Yeah.
Getting a master's in journalism
It was
very unnecessary.
Only reason I did it is because it was a career change. I
Okay.
never would have gotten it if I had an undergrad in journalism.
That's fair. Yeah.
You're up to date, though. I can't say the same.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you got your journalism booster.
Nice.
I just tweeted the fucking coolest screen grab of this.
Oh,
See?
I'm in it. I was tagged. Oh. It's like the Brady Bunch. I was watching the game. It's on the other side of me over there.
Where are you right now?
I'm at my boyfriend's house in Seaport.
Ooh, congratulations.
Yeah, you should see the
Big
view.
brag. Who asked?
It's kind of a brag. Yes, it's really sick here. I like cosplay, like living here.
Wow.
I cosplay someone who lives here.
So,
I walk
Dan,
around the hallways.
Pete, when you spun the wheel, we should have put Sarah's name in there. We put everyone who was active
Ooh.
in there. Active. You have a boyfriend.
Oh, yes.
See,
Yeah.
yeah.
How do you like the Seaport?
Oh, you know what? I had my judgments about it prior, and now I actually love it. Like, everything is so walkable. Things you love about Boston. I mean, I'm always going to love like the Back Bay area, but I could see myself living in Seaport. I mean, twist my arm. Everything's coming up. Like, there's construction literally everywhere, but it's kind of ending soon, and then it's going to slow down for a while. I hear the restaurant scene's good here.
So what do we got? So I, for a while, had a similar Seaport situation to yours, and I thought the Seaport will grow on me, and I'm going to feel like it's cool, and it is cool, and like there's nothing wrong with it, but every time I was in the Seaport, and I still go there all the time, but like every time I was in the Seaport, I felt like I'd snuck into the Seaport.
Yes, that's totally fair. That's totally
Like
fair.
even like I would be at a thing and I would just be dressed the way that I dress. I wouldn't wear these glasses, but like I would just have on like Jordans and jeans and like a fun shirt. And because I wasn't a certain financy type of look, I felt even though I didn't feel not cool, I felt way cooler than the Seaport.
I know,
But
right?
like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I know. I didn't lose. I forgot my shoes for New Year's last night, and I was gonna like walk out and buy shoes somewhere in Seaport. It was like, I'm not buying shoes at Rag and Bone right now. Like, I really don't need to do that. It's kind of that vibe. But the designer dogs, I love looking at. They have their little coats on. More
yeah.
expensive than my entire outfit.
So
I
yeah,
love-
I'd be like, it
somebody
just
said I love
doesn't
the
have much of a
Alamo.
soul, but then I'd be
Yes.
like, relative to
Yeah.
what I have, like I don't want anybody to like
That's-
if
that's
what
my
I
thing.
have is soul, then I'm not wishing it
Yeah.
on this like
And
clean.
I'm not a
sterile
soldier.
place. Yeah,
That's been my biggest complaint about the Seaport is that it doesn't feel like Boston, and it feels like very brand new and shiny and soulless and
like extra gentrified.
yeah.
Yes.
And so like that's my big complaint against the Seaport. Although I like a lot of the things that are there. Like every time I see something cool is opening up in Boston, I'm like, damn, hell yeah. And then I'm like, it's in the Seaport. Of course it is. Like the Alamo Draft House.
Yes.
Which-
Oh, yeah. We're really close to that, and I'm really excited to go.
I'm so jealous.
I don't want to overshare or embarrass Sean, but do you remember, Sean, we were walking around in the Seaport? I'm not going to give the exact quote, but like we walked by this really cool building, and are we allowed to talk about smoking pot and stuff?
Well, I don't give a shit.
Okay.
It's legal.
You were like lightly stoned and you were like, when this show takes over,
Oh, I'm living
in
here.
it. Was like your first day. You'd been to Boston before, but it was like your first day of.
Well,
like,
I
I'm
hadn't been
moving
to Boston in the last like 5 years, which is apparently when all this kind of popped off. So like I hadn't all of that was completely new to me.
So we're just like roaming around this like area, and we just like walked by a really cool building, and Sean was like, "That one's gonna be mine." Like, like I'm living there.
I mean, to be clear, we weren't. I didn't just pick a random building. It just so happened to be the building I was smoking outside of.
Yeah,
That we were just standing there.
The context matters.
I looked up and I'm like, yeah, that's it.
that's the one.
It is beautiful
take it.
architecture, though, that it's lacking in Boston. So I'll give it that. And it needs some time to develop a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I'm here to provide that heartbeat.
That sounds like a Taylor Swift lyric that just like is wrong. Where you're like, sometimes it takes time to develop a heartbeat, and it's like, no, like if it doesn't come out with a beating heart, it's dead forever. But like, that's very the trash takes itself out every time.
Where would Taylor live in Boston? Back Bay? Beacon Hill.
Oh yes, Beacon Hill.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, Beacon Hill.
Although she owns, I think she owns property in, I think, like Belmont.
She does. Yeah, I saw that. Like, she bought like a church, right?
Yeah.
It was like a church that she's converting into like a music space.
Far be it from a
That's cool.
cult leader to
buy
a church.
Somebody in the chat, our guy Jesse asked, the Cape or Maine?
Oh,
You guys are going to say Maine.
always
yeah.
Maine. I grew up going to Maine all the time. Only went to the Cape for like certain family members or friends, but I never chose to go to the Cape. I never wanted to go to the Cape. And now as an adult, even though I have family that lives on the Cape, it's just understood, oh, well, DJ doesn't go to the Cape.
I'm not going
I don't
there.
go to the Cape.
Are you?
I
a
never
Cape?
feel like I haven't felt like I fit in at the Cape. My sister-in-law is from there, so now we go to Sandwich all the time, and I feel more like I fit in. But it is kind of, if you don't have a Cape house, it really feels like, oh, I'm here as a passenger with my friends for the weekend, and it's tough to like assimilate, I guess. Like you're an outsider there. I like
The
Maine.
Cape
I
is
need
a
to go to
cult.
Maine a little more. I'd say maybe Portsmouth, New Hampshire, because I've been there more, but I need to go to Maine.
Yeah, so Portsmouth
Portland.
is awesome, and Portland, Maine is like
My favorite city in the world.
It's like a cool.
I need
It's
to go.
it's basically like an older brother of Portsmouth, but Portsmouth is amazing. Agunquit, Portland. There's lots to love in Maine. Something we didn't mention though in all that, Lake Winnipesaukee is amazing. I never did it ever, even though I grew up around here, went to college in New Hampshire. Never went to Lake Winnipesaukee. A few years ago, did 4th of July there. Amazing. Did you have ever done Lake Winnipesaukee?
No.
Sarah?
Nope.
Fucking outstanding.
I know everybody loves it.
Yeah.
I mean, lakes are great. So
Would you buy a, my
Lakes
friends
are
and I
great.
argue this, would you buy a beach house or a lake house?
beach house, and I like the lake more than the beach, but like I love the scenery of a beach.
Yeah, I was a hardo and tried to be like, no, like a lake house would be cooler. But just like, what are those like fucking piney leaf type things that are just like everywhere
I was
around the
gonna say,
lake?
I feel like a lake house has far too many fauna and flora, like too many creatures and
So that's
and
exactly
Organisms.
yeah. Don't gotta really deal with that on the beach.
Yeah.
as much.
I don't want
It
to be able to
depends.
see across the lake. You know, like I want endless ocean.
Yeah.
I
I've
know
spent
some
the
lakes
summer
are
on Lake
big enough.
Michigan. Lake Michigan is like an ocean. It's
Yeah.
a great lake. You said
Right.
lakes are great. It's a great lake. And it's like the water is very clear on a place called Torch. And there's this whole town. It's basically like a beach town with more breweries. I'm for that in the fall, maybe, but I don't know. Something like a beach house. I like the sand.
I love a good lake if in the Northeast because when it freezes, you got a frozen lake, and that's dope.
There you
Fair.
go.
Yeah.
You're fitting in nicely.
We got a Carly Rae Jepsen reference in the chat.
I was gonna say, how has
You're not
nobody made
sticking
a
that
beach
one
house
past me,
reference?
John.
Got a beach house in Malibu.
And I'm probably gonna hurt your feelings.
Good song.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
not.
it is.
It's
So
not a
I
good
thought it was
song.
the worst song in the world, and then I revisited it
not a
accidentally
good
a
song.
while later. I like it a lot. Newport better than the Cape. Yeah, I'll also go Newport better than the Cape, even though I'm very inexperienced with Newport.
Rocks.
Yeah,
I love Newport. I live close to there, like in Canton, so that's
Newport
always a
makes
fun
me feel
trip.
poor.
Yes.
Very poor. It's one of those places that you're like, oh, I do not belong here.
That's
they're
where
all
Taylor
looking at
goes.
me.
Taylor Swift
Newport
goes there.
makes you poor. That's what they say. Got a beach house. Have we thought of? Have we got any more subscribers on YouTube? We haven't told people really.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button.
If you're in here, please subscribe. We have an interview in the can with a multiple-time NHL All-Star that we'll release early if we get to a certain number. We just don't know what the number is. So it'll be on tomorrow's episode anyway, probably. But smash the button.
Will you give us another hint?
He is an alum.
You say he. It's a male
It's a man,
person.
sorry.
There we go.
He is an alum of a team, a college that is playing today.
Played in college.
Ooh. Okay, Michigan.
Ooh, maybe.
For sure not an alum. I don't think.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't think so. He famously hates school.
That's right. That's part of the conversation. Does not like school. Yeah, all the hints that we do should be things that are from the interview.
Yeah.
It's like premonition.
I'll give you a hint. He's mad at so and so.
He did follow us both on Instagram. He's the only guest that's followed us both on Instagram.
It's crucial.
Yeah, Bedard only followed me.
Fuck you. No, he didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No, he didn't, did he?
I think so. I don't know.
No, you're
He
lying.
could have.
I would be upset. I'd be very jealous.
That'd be a random one. I've wondered if any. So I have some cool Instagram followers that I've wondered if like all this hockey content might scare them off.
Yeah. I got unfollowed by Jeff Passan, by the way. I knew it was gonna happen.
God, that just happened.
I knew
in
it was
record
gonna happen.
time.
I know. It was like probably within the 2-week window of like, oh, not for me.
You know, it's a weird one. Pierre LeBrun unfollowed me,
Ooh.
and I like thought we were friends. I
Oh,
still
no.
think we are friends.
He's great.
Yeah.
see.
I always wonder what it does. Like, what's the last tweet where someone's like, "Oh my god, I'm out."
That
I
would
would
be a
love
great-
that service. I would pay $1,000 a year for that service.
We should identify who has unfollowed us and like have them on and be like, what was the tweet?
Yeah.
Like I would love to have Jeff Passan on and be like, what was it that you were like, not for me, bye.
And like just be like
I also
real.
want to know why he followed me, because he was like, I was one of like 160 that he followed, and I don't tweet about baseball.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of, I don't know if I've had any like big unfollows.
Nathan
McKinnon unfollowed me after I played the piano. I was like,
After you
I'm
played
sorry
the
that
piano? That's incredible.
That's one that I know.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
I love Nathan McKinnon because he's the worst Twitch streamer in the world. It's so funny.
Comical.
It looks like he's set up, his gaming setup is in like a budget hotel. It's the worst look. He's got like a 180p camera, and he barely acknowledges the chat or the camera or the fact that he's even streaming. He's basically just playing video games in silence. And basically, at any time that he does say anything, he's like bothered that he has to say something. And it's the funniest. He's the worst Twitch streamer in the world.
You know,
Seems like his vibe.
A
Who?
big unfollow for me, Boston Bruins.
Ooh, they don't
Really?
follow
Yeah.
anyone though, so that's kind of.
I think
impressive
that they ended
follow.
up going to. Oh, let's go Hart.
Hell yeah.
All time.
Yeah, I think
Guitar
I
Hero
think that
song.
was like I believe they were told to stop following like
Media.
people who covered the team, like media.
Yeah.
Who's
Checks
all
out.
time what song?
Guitar Hero song.
Yes. Also all time GTA song. GTA
I was
San
only
Andreas, I
ever
want to say.
listening to Los Santos radios.
Yes. I got the box set of GTA San Andreas, and it's like one of the best box sets ever. Just all the radio stations.
Spotify has a new feature where they customize music you listen to a lot to make it like your own GTA radio
really?
station. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Whoa. I thought you were saying like they customize the songs for you. That'd be
It's called a
amazing.
playlist.
It's like no, hey, like we see you like these songs, we change the lyrics so like they're a little more specific to you. That sadly
be a
with
fun
like
roast.
AI is gonna be a thing.
I know.
To be like, I like listening to Father John Misty, but I wish I could be in a better mood. And it's like, okay, we customized these depressing songs to be happy.
Hey, do you know the second verse of American Idiot by Green Day?
Yes.
Do you know it by heart?
No, don't. He's
Yes,
trying to
there's
get
a
you
bad
kicked.
word. There's a bad
Yes.
word.
I was like, I think you're actually going to do it. So I need to stop you.
I saw them live in October.
Did they sing it? So that's the question. Like, do they
Yeah.
still drop it?
Yeah, because he's bi. I think he gets the pass.
And well, he gets in context. That's like, he should be saying that.
Yeah, it's in quotations.
It's an anti sort of like you're seeing me as this. I know that colloquially that word isn't used anymore, but I think that the message of still being like you write people off for that when they're not exactly what you want is still a good message to send.
Yeah.
But
that song rocked live. They were so good, I'll say. Like I was more looking forward to Blink-182, but they came on at like 10 p.m. to like 1 a.m. and it was kind of like they still got it.
I'm like half listening to this, and it's
so they're playing live, and they shouldn't be.
Yeah,
they should be like this is she's set up to fail, and she's a fucking legend.
Stage presence isn't amazing. I'll say that.
Yeah,
it's tough at these things, I think.
Yeah,
she's never though been like a run around. She's like a keep the mic on the stand. And just
let the music speak for itself. Who is it?
I know it's hard, Wilson.
Nancy Wilson?
Yeah. Nancy. I always confuse the sisters. There's Nancy and Anne.
Nancy Reagan?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Nancy is the guitarist. I always mess up. So that's Anne Wilson.
Anne Wilson. Are they sisters?
Yes.
Nice.
That's cute.
It's cute.
Cute.
Love it.
Twins. Okay. FedEx Pope says Billy Joe Armstrong is bisexual, and he wrote that song in 2005 to protest the Iraq War and the treatment of gay people. That was indeed correct.
It's integral to the song itself, so you can't really take that out.
And if he took it out, then that's just so not rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't be going to the NHL All-Star game and throw around all the swears and then take out a swear. You got somebody says it's swears.
The old Tony D'Angelo.
Oh God.
Yeah, he's like front row. He's like, I like the song American Idiot. They're like, you do? And he's like, yeah, I like singing it. Like, you do? And he's like, yeah. Only for a second.
That's how they got me.
Only for a second, yeah. There's this one part I really connect with.
When are we firing up the air fryer? Because I'm getting a little hungry.
I
here.
am too. Hold on. I'll prep a little bit.
What are you guys making?
Have you ever been to La Cascia?
No.
So La Cascia makes this sandwich called de Parma, chicken de Parma, and it is literally the greatest sandwich I have ever had in my life. It's incredible.
Amazing. Where is it?
Is La Cascia? It's in Medford.
Okay. I can make
Tony
that trip.
D'Angelo co-wrote that song. Yeah, if you can go to La Cascia and get the chicken de Parma, best sandwich I've ever had in my life. We get it like
I don't
every week.
understand Boston geography. I don't understand where towns start and where they end.
Me either.
Again, because you said
Nothing-
Medford, and I was just like, I thought that was not. I thought it was something else.
It's the city of Boston, the state of Massachusetts makes no sense from a layout standpoint. I still don't understand it one bit.
It was very.
You ever see like the overhead shots of like Boston versus any other city in the world? How it's like a grid and like straight lines.
Oh yeah, I love
No
this.
grid for
Literally,
us.
New York because we want you to get where you're going. Boston because fuck you.
Yeah, I literally just saw a video that said that.
Only
do you
in
wanna
Boston, DJ.
What's that?
Only in Boston.
That's
Only in
right.
Boston. That's this thing that I love.
My favorite account.
Yeah. Sarah, do you wanna watch the cooking show we're about to do?
I do.
All right, Sean, do you have the capability
Oh, wow.
to
cameras.
play the yeah. Possibly? All right. Sean will tell us when, and then we're gonna
All right.
yeah, can you turn down the TV just
Yes.
a drop?
Yeah, we're turning off the game. Fuck this.
All right. So we're sitting here now, but Sean, hit it. Hi.
Now we're over here.
And now we're over here. Welcome to Cooking Up Chaos. I'm DJ and this is Pete. And we're going to cook, making some favorite delicious foods for you. And our friend Adam Fantilli was nice enough to gift us this nice air fryer. And we are going to prepare and make a nice dish. Sean, do you have the things that we're gonna make? All right, there's 2 stills. It's okay. Take your time. Today we are going. It's on the Dropbox. Sarah, do you have any questions?
Not yet. I'm prepared to call you both an idiot sandwich.
Whoa!
An idiot sandwich?
The Gordon
Yeah.
Ramsay?
Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, I don't know Gordon Ramsay.
What are you?
What?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Okay. I know that one now.
So yeah, the one with no text and then the one with text.
They're doing like player intros for the TNT panel, apparently.
Of course they are.
Oh, look at this guy sanitizing his hands and everything.
I'm certainly not going to watch them, Peter.
This packaging is kicking my ass right now.
All right.
Is your boyfriend home? Is he like, what the fuck are you doing?
I just texted him and was like, just enjoy the process. He's a big LSU fan. He was we were watching that game for a bit.
Oh, boo! We like Texas. Hook 'em.
Hook 'em indeed.
It's a good day to hook him. All right.
All right. What we're going to be making is our favorite sandwich, the chicken de Parma. And you look at that. Whoa! What a sandwich! It
amazing.
looks so great. It's one of our favorite sandwiches, but the store that makes it is closed today. So we're making it with this nice Adam Fantilli custom-made air fryer. What's in it, you ask? Sean, fire it up. It's a chicken cutlet with roasted red peppers, mozzarella, EVOO, basil, and the real Alex Petrangelo of this team, prosciutto.
Prosciutto is key. It's really what separates the chicken from the de Parma.
All right. So we're going to begin by, you want to take some chicken, which we've got here, and let's...
Thinly sliced.
yeah. You want to take your... want to get a roll of wax paper or something.
Do you have a knife to open this?
No.
Nice.
I love that you guys have gloves as if you're like making food for other people. I think
That's true.
I just sliced through my glove.
Oh my god.
Oh, my finger. Let's see if blood comes out of this glove.
so much for the gloves.
Just
Good thing I was wearing gloves. I'm not seeing any blood so
okay.
far.
Please don't bleed all over Sam's. I need.
That'd be amazing if I did gloves and then bled from the glove. All right, so what kind of chicken? Any old chicken. Just get any kind of chicken. It doesn't matter. Breast, thigh, bone-in, cutlet. That's just all kind of like big words that like Star Market is doing to kind of trick you into giving them your money.
Big poultry is really trying to make you believe that there's a difference between any of these body parts.
Big bird, you could say.
Big bird.
They're all like the same basically. So Pete's done a great job there of just you want to just like open the chicken and you can just put it there. We're gonna do 3 cutlets.
This is pure
And these are thin.
American-made chicken.
Should I just freehand this camera so people could see what's actually going on?
Yeah, if you'd like to. Yeah, I can't imagine we're gonna need like more elements. Okay, now I've started to bleed through this glove, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna swap out.
Oh no!
All right.
No!
So I am bleeding from the cut earlier, and what I'm gonna do. Fun story in 2011. In 2011, after Alex Burrows bit Patrice Bergeron's finger, the next day there was a media availability, and people were bugging Bergeron about the hand thing, and he was like, I don't want to talk about it. After, I was like, hey, can I just see your hand? And he showed me his hand, and I was like, if this is overstepping bounds, tell me, can I take a picture of your fingers? And he was like, nah, better not. And I was like, if I say it's like as a joke, can I say that this exchange happened and then draw a picture of your fingers? And he was like, yeah, that'd be pretty funny. So like my tweet, like my big report that day was like, talk to Patrice Bergeron. He showed me his fingers. They look like this. But I remember like Oh, yeah.
God.
All right, so we've got a ton of blood, actually. I don't know if I should be showing that. Pete, do you have a napkin? If you just have like a napkin, you can just take any old napkin.
I don't think you I don't think you want to like rub a raw chicken napkin on your open wound.
Has that napkin touched chicken?
This hand is touched.
Okay,
chicken.
so what I'm going to do...
So here.
What I'm going to do is just...
unsoiled by poultry.
What I'm going to do is just have Sean run over, and he's just going to put it right there.
This is the best cooking show ever.
And what I'm going to do is I've kept it all on this hand. It's all clean. And once I put on a new glove, it's all going to be kind of insulated there. And we're going to be keeping an eye on it. Pete and I will just kind of just be glancing over at the finger to make sure nothing like blood is coming out.
This is unbelievable. I love this.
I will say, I wish that there was like a glove counter, and we had to be like, why did 5 gloves end up being used?
One thing that we don't have at the studio is Band-Aids. Could use some Band-Aids.
First aid kit in general, probably not
Yeah.
a bad idea.
Not a bad idea. I mean, we don't get cut or anything around here, so I think you two are being a little dramatic. All right, so we've got our chicken out here basically on some wax, and I think what would be great to do now, Pete.
Yep.
Could gloves be on backwards? This feels like this is on backwards. We're going to take
I
a
do
couple.
not think they can be bad.
I don't think they can either. We're going to take a couple of bowls.
You should
Don't-
double up.
Should I double up?
No, I feel like doubling up. Isn't that like
That's
101?
condom. Yeah, it's going to break.
All right, never mind.
Yeah. Don't want any babies. All right, so we're going to take 2 bowls, and what we're going to do is with one, we're going to make an egg wash. And I don't know, just use, how many do we want to use? Let's say, we're just going to, this is amazing.
This is tremendous.
All right, so that's
Pretty clean egg break. Good
One.
for
Do we
you.
want 1 egg? 2 eggs in this egg wash?
Could be any.
What you're gonna want to do is like with your healthiest hand, just
do you want me to open?
jump into.
I got this. For you,
Yeah.
pal. I'm assuming you want a spoon.
No, a fork, please.
Okay.
Just gonna lightly beat the egg. And you know what? I'm not driving. Let's do a second egg
Okay.
in here for this egg wash. All right, if you could just hold that for one more
Gotcha.
second. This is really having a hard time breaking, but we are just
Okay.
This is why they say that you're not supposed to crack it on the edge.
Do they say that?
Yeah, you're not supposed to crack it on a flat surface or else you'll get shells.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is
good to
that
know.
really?
The more you know.
Here's your utensil.
I don't know where I learned that, and it might not be true. But
Now that I think about it, everybody who looks like they know what they're doing does crack it on a flat surface.
Right. Okay, so I'm just gonna lightly whisk this just a little bit so we can just get. I love that we have like an audience of literally one, and it's Sarah. This is
Just
all perfect.
Giggling at everything.
My favorite one was I'm not driving. Second egg. Like you're really just saying a lot of hidden gems here.
Okay, so now we've got. Should not be touching my jersey with my chicken fingers, but I'm gonna get this dry cleaned anyway.
for those wondering, 8:18 in the second period. There is hockey being played.
Yeah.
No, that's not. No one really cares about that. All right, we're gonna mow through this. Pete's just gonna pour some
Breadcrumbs.
breadcrumbs in there.
I'll let the people know whenever anything happens in the hockey.
Thank you.
Awesome. And so now we're going to dip the chicken in the egg wash, transfer it to the breadcrumbs, and then
make
put
sure
it
this is
back
Nice
on
and covered.
the wax.
Since we've started the show, has there been a weirder time, or like, if someone were to walk past our studio, has there been a weirder thing that we have done?
I don't think
People would
so.
be like, what is going on in there?
People, Twitch chat. We obviously all had our hands full, so please, or YouTube chat. I don't know what this is. YouTube, get people in here. Tell people that this is happening.
This is a
because
very funny time to join a Winter Classic watch-along stream.
Yeah.
Sarah's
I'll do my
sitting there in
tweet.
silence watching.
Oh,
us.
Sarah, yes, Sarah. That would
Oh,
rock.
hell yeah. Oh, we got a goal?
We have a
Who got
goal.
it? Will
DJ
Morgan.
Bean has drawn blood.
Whoa, that's
You had Will Morgan.
Yeah, they didn't let me bet Will Morgan
That is... You should file a claim.
with DraftKings.
Yes. Like, I was going to bet this.
We have
but
the footage.
We do have the proof.
That
We
you
have the
tried.
receipts.
I don't know where I'm
DraftKings
gonna really put this.
really fucking us.
Need me to get rid of it?
Yeah, if you could just.
What's your tweet to promote this, whatever's happening right now?
Thank you.
Oh, me or him?
Wasn't it your job? Didn't you volunteer that you were going
I'm
to tweet
saying
about this?
DJ has drawn blood. Please enter.
Yes.
And it's just him holding up his hand, just covered in blood. Cooking show going well. What are you trying to get?
There is. I'll be right back.
Okay, DJ's going to the hospital.
No. Although it can't hurt to.
Running under some water.
No. Oh no. This isn't. It should be above the finger, but it's not. This is what we do.
Is this the maiden voyage for this?
Zach is calling.
Oh, Zach's calling. This is a wild time for Zach to call.
Oh.
Huh? Yeah, I'll
Can we
send him
get-
a message and be like, we are in the middle of cooking something.
All right. Yeah. So I've never used this air fryer before. Don't know how long you're supposed to do it. So now I'm just gonna like go on my computer for a sec and find that out.
We could have Sarah Google it.
Oh yes. Yeah. Sarah, Google it.
What am I
I think
Googling?
it's probably like 10 minutes.
Air fryer chicken cutlets.
Air fryer chicken.
How long?
Also, there's no way these three are gonna fit, but whatever. It says you're not supposed to stack them, but I don't
No,
think
just
they
do two
know.
at a time then.
Okay.
Okay, air fry at 400 degrees for 15 minutes. At the 7-minute mark, flip them over.
Okay.
Awesome.
That's good to know. Thanks, Sarah.
Anytime.
Thank you,
I'm
Queen.
here for you.
It would be very funny if we had Zach on it. All right, you're taking over for Sarah. Google this air frying instructions for us.
Okay, so. Oh shit. So I think you're probably supposed to spray some olive oil somewhere. So I'm just gonna do that.
You're gonna spray it on top of the.
Are you probably on the bottom?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
All right. So now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna like remove these for a second, and we're just gonna spray. And then we
Yes.
It's a good spray. It's a healthy spray.
yeah.
All right.
I actually am gonna hit it on the top just so there's a little oil.
Okay.
And then what you're gonna want to do is close the air fryer. You're gonna want to turn on. Whoa.
Oh my God, you're bleeding so much.
Oh my God.
Like
I can't.
I don't know how like this hand isn't heavy because of how much like blood it
There's
is
so much
holding
blood.
in this glove.
Oh my God.
Is this on?
No, so you want to turn it on,
I'm very nervous that we're gonna lose power.
and I mean, if we lost power, that'd be the funniest fucking thing in the world. Sarah, how many?
Yes.
What are the stats again on this?
15 minutes, and at the 7-minute mark, flip the cutlets over and make sure that they aren't touching.
Air fry.
Hold on.
So like, yeah, you're gonna want to just like, you're gonna want to turn off.
Why is this working?
You're gonna. So yeah. Yeah, so you're just gonna.
Yo, this Adam Fantilli air fryer sucks.
So.
We do a light push. We do a hard push. Light.
So like maybe menu.
Oh. Wait.
Oh, so yeah, you just want to hit menu and then.
Wait. All right. So 400 degrees for 12 minutes. What was it? 15 minutes?
15 flips.
Yes, 15 minutes. At the 7-minute mark, flip them over.
Okay.
All right.
We're cooking.
So you're just gonna want to hit start. Yeah. So like, it was excellent.
That's a quiet air fryer. Nice.
Wow. All right. So does the chat want to see what my hand looks like? What my glove looks like? Is that like too graphic?
It's pretty gross. But I think
Wait,
you
Pete,
gotta show.
draw a picture of it.
I think you
Yes. Yeah. Right. Yeah, Pete has to draw a picture of it.
Oh my God. It's horrible. I think you got to show the chat.
No, I like keeping with hockey tradition.
Okay.
And if you see the other accoutrement here, we'll prepare the stuff later, but we got some roasted red peppers, some mozzarella, some fresh basil.
The get us notes to Zach. All right.
Sean, impeccable work.
Tremendous.
Switch back to the main.
Yep. And now we can get on the. Okay, so that was Cooking with Chaos. We're going to be back with more of that shortly. Probably like 7 minutes. You're just going to want to like flip it. Did I
It's
have
crucial.
the cooking show host get you stuff?
You nailed it. Yes.
So yeah, you're just going to want to.
You're just gonna wanna go to the hospital.
So yeah, I just need to make sure it's like.
Okay. When do we want to have Zach? I don't know. Oh, he's still in the waiting room. Okay, cool.
I can say my goodbyes.
Yes. Say your goodbyes. We'll bring in another guest. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Yeah, let me see the hand.
God. Jesus.
Oh my God.
How did you slice it? You sliced it on the serrated edge of the wax paper?
Oh my God.
Not even from a knife. That's unbelievable. All right. Once DJ gets cleaned up, we can welcome in our next guest.
All right. Do we think the over or the under is going to hit?
What is the over or under?
5.5.
5.5? I'm going to say the
Yeah.
under.
Yeah.
Over never hits in the Winter Classic.
I know.
I'm surprised we've even gotten
Last
2
year was-
goals to this point.
I know.
All right. Sarah, it was lovely having you. Thanks for
So
all your
lovely.
help.
Sarah, love you, friend. Thank you so much. That was. I don't know if other people enjoyed it. That was the most fun I've ever had.
That was great.
I had fun.
It was one of those
We
things that was
laughed.
like. It was one of those things that was like unhinged without like trying to be unhinged. We were just generally trying to make a sandwich.
I have to shout out to Sean because literally the camera angles just made that a very enhanced experience. The zoom
Hey,
in.
thank you.
Great
I
job.
appreciate that.
He
course.
is the best by far. All right.
All right.
Love
Have
you, Sarah.
fun.
Talk soon. Bye.
See you
Thanks
guys
so
later.
much.
Let me know how the chicken cutlets are.
Hell yeah.
We will. All right. Our next guest is Zach Dalpy of the Charlotte Checkers. Hey, buddy.
What's up?
Hey,
How are
Zach
ya?
Dalpy. How are you?
I'm well. How are you guys?
I am fantastic.
So we're preparing a sandwich right now, and DJ sliced his finger open, and so he's gotten through it. He's a hockey guy.
yeah.
What do you got there? Like a charcuterie board too with the sandwich, or no?
No.
A Karkuchi? was that a joke, or is that how you actually pronounce that?
No, you guys didn't watch Hard Knocks this year with Aaron Rodgers. The guy pronounced it charcuterie board. He said, "I like one of them charcuterie boards."
Oh
Obviously,
my
that went
I
right
god.
over
watch
your
Hard
head.
Knocks. But
I mean, I was like, damn, Ohio State.
I was
like,
really hoping that's how you pronounce charcuterie.
That's
amazing.
definitely not. Hey, did you guys just have Sarah Sivian on? I saw on Twitter that she doesn't
Yeah.
like
Yes.
Charlotte.
We hate her.
What's that all about?
Yeah. We were just like making fun of her and like fighting with her. Just kidding.
Yeah, she's like dog Charlotte in a tweet. Which pissed
Oh,
me off.
did she? Oh man!
I swear to God, the reason I just said like, yeah, we hate her was because I was like, I bet she pissed like she did. Like, she's like the new you.
Oh yeah, I saw the like the tweet format that she did was like city that I love, city like underrated city that I would live in, and then the one that she said that she hated was Charlotte.
Yeah, and I live here. Or I live in Charlotte full time, pretty much. So I wasn't a fan of that one. But
So you like it? You want to go back for the city of Charlotte real quick?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a boring married guy with 3 kids, so the Charlotte that I love probably not the same as like a young guy, but yeah, I wasn't a fan of her saying that. That's for sure.
Damn. Burnt.
Well, I wish that like, can we call Sarah back and like do a little gotcha moment? Can we have simultaneous guests? Be like, he's got something he wants to say to you real quick. No, but where are you right now? You're on the road?
I'm in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Not much going on here.
Not much going on here. That's a city that you dislike. If you had to format that tweet.
So
I might send the tweet out. Yeah.
that makes me that kind of ties into the biggest question I wanted to ask you anyway, because this person's from Pennsylvania. Are you friends with Matt Bartkowski?
He was my college roommate.
Wow.
Knew it. We were so Ohio State somehow came up, and I was like,
I'm gonna
ooh,
flip these chickens, by the way.
one of our guests is so yeah. If you guys are following along for the Cooking with Chaos segment, you're just gonna want to flip the chicken, and there you go. Pete is there, just flipping the chicken. Yeah. Resume.
Such a big boy, Pete. Good for you.
I did it all by myself.
Oh my God. No one held your hand or anything.
Ooh,
Good,
damn.
buddy.
Zach Dalpy can't be tagged in photos. I was tweeting that you've joined us, but it says
No?
Zach Dalpy won't. It says he won't be having that shit.
Why is that?
I don't know. Must be a setting,
Huh.
or I don't know.
Maybe it happened when you got hacked like a year ago.
Yeah,
that
I sent
was
everybody
tough.
like an investment portfolio. Yeah,
That was tough.
that was
I
a
woke
tough
up to
one
like
for
a
me.
DM and it was like the most fucked up DM. That was like, this definitely isn't Zach.
I lost some followers there for sure, but thanks for sticking with me. Appreciate it.
Of course, buddy. Uh,
Yeah.
we wanted to talk to you. Did you ask your question?
So I started to, and then I took a still of the three of us, and you were throwing ass. So I'm more drafting a tweet about
Okay.
how it looks like you're throwing ass. I just sent that.
You were flipping your chicken.
So dude, I haven't talked to him in a million years, but I fucking love Matt Barkowski.
Yeah, I was just telling a story actually yesterday about Bart's. He was in Rochester last year, and we're battling in front. He's the D man, I'm the center, and he's like cross checking me, and it's going D to D to D to D, and like every time it goes back and forth, he's like, I can't fucking do this much longer, Delps. I got to get out of here. Like mid play, it was hilarious.
That sounds like his energy.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's like I think he's got like 4 little girls or something, right? Which is hilarious. They probably just run a show at home, so he's got to be like the macho man at the rink. But I'm not sure, but
Oh my god, yeah. I covered my first year covering the Bruins was his first year in the NHL when he was one of the Black Aces when they won the cup, and those like first however many years of his career, he was awesome. He was, I don't know if like I'm overstepping boundaries, like he was kind of prickly with the media, but I fucking loved that. And
very dry sense of humor for sure.
Right,
But,
like
I mean,
didn't really suffer fools, but like if you honestly wanted to have a conversation with him, he was very, very down. Like super nice guy, but just like wasn't super duper there for like the grab ass or the bullshit. So I fucking like loved him for that. I thought he was the man.
yeah, he made for a great freshman roommate. I'll tell you that for sure. I mean, we don't have to get into some of the stories, but he was awesome. Yeah,
Wow. I can't even imagine like what he was, because I mean when he was young in the NHL he was still young, but like I can't imagine there being like a shit show portion of his life. There was one.
It was yeah. I mean, it involved some what's that college beer that everybody drinks?
Natty Light?
Natty Lights. Yeah, the cheap.
Oh,
beer.
boy.
It involved some of that for sure.
Amazing.
There was you had a response to another former teammate of yours, Jeff Skinner, joined the podcast, and you were there with him during the Taylor Swift meet and greet, and you said there was a part that he left out. What did he leave out?
Well, I mean, I shouldn't. Skins was afraid of girls back then, so like Taylor
Fucking
Swift
gang.
or Taylor Swift or like
Squad.
some random girl from NC State. He wasn't going to talk to him, so I basically the part that he drove or that he left out is I basically drove the bus with the conversation with Taylor. And that picture you guys posted, there's another one, and she has her head basically on my shoulder, so she was way more into me than him, and that's obviously the part that he left out. But I was a little bit disappointed in the story because I'm listening to it on your guys' post, and I'm listening to it with my wife, and I'm looking at her. I'm like, it's coming. He's gonna say it, and then it never came. So I was a little upset. That's for sure. I texted him though. I let him know.
Were you upset that you weren't involved in any of the Taylor Travis mania that was going on? Because he made his way into those photoshops.
Well, no, I mean, because I'm not Jeff Skinner, so I'm in Hershey, Pennsylvania, so I'm not. I don't have the notoriety that he does. But I wasn't upset there. I was just upset that he didn't do the story justice. But he's a little dry, He's got a little vanilla in his game, so I understand.
So this same thing fucking happened to me. I made Pete a 1-of-1 bootleg sweatshirt that looks like the Columbus Blue Jackets logo, the CBJ, but it says CRJ and it says Carly Rae Jepsen. And I made it for him so he could look great and feel his best and live his best life, shine like the fucking diamond he is. And people started tweeting at him being like, where'd you get it? How do I get it? And we were like, yeah, you got to tell them they can't fucking get it. That's a 1-of-1. I made that just for you, buddy. And like all of his answers were like, it's just mine. I was like waiting for the tag, waiting for the, so same deal. Carly Rae, Taylor, been there, bro.
Yeah, because Pete has a thing for Carly Rae, right? If I'm not
I
mistaken.
mean, she
He
makes
doesn't
where's
for
that
Carly
at?
Rae, and that he is and I don't say this in like a kind of way. Like every dude loves the music of Carly Rae Jepsen.
If you've ever been to a Carly Rae Jepsen show, he has the best joke about it.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you call a girl at a Carly Rae Jepsen concert?
What?
Carly Rae
Don't know.
Jepsen. She's the only woman at
Only
the
girl
concert.
there.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I wasn't
all
aware.
dudes.
I wasn't
Yeah.
aware. No, I didn't know this. You guys are telling me something I didn't know. I had no idea. I thought we were on like 1975 track, not Carly Rae Jepsen.
Yeah, I do know that about you, that you love the 1975 like almost as much as I do. And you were the one who, I think the day that Happiness came out, you're like, what do you think about Happiness? And I wasn't crazy about it the day that I heard it, and now it's my favorite fucking song in the world. I love that song so much. It was my most played song of 2023.
Yeah, I mean, I loved Happiness. I loved the whole record rate when it came out, but that song, like, I just think like the musicianship on that song's through the roof. But I actually, fun fact, I've actually never seen them live. My brother's seen them like 3 or 4 times, so I still need to get to a show. But I mean, with YouTube now and stuff, I feel like I've experienced their stuff. But I got to get to a show. How many shows have you been to?
We've been to 3 on this. I've been to
You've been to
5.
4 this tour.
5 on this tour.
I saw him twice.
Jesus.
I saw him twice before we started going to see them, though. So
Yeah,
you've probably
yeah.
seen them. But did we seen them before this tour together?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, no. This was the first time that I saw them on this tour, on like the first leg of this tour. I saw them twice that time, and then 3 times this time around.
This tour is so good. Like it's the closest I can think of to, like, I don't know if you like the Talking Heads or anything like that. Stop Making Sense, like iconic like concert film. Like the closest thing that we have these days to like being able to go and see a show like that is this current 1975 tour, because the way the stage is set up, like it's not super theatrical, but just like the stage design is
It's
very
super
crucial to the whole thing. Everything is like a little choreographed, not as far as like dancing, but where people are at different points of the show. It's fucking sick. And I'm not like the hugest 1975 fan. I love a bunch of their songs, but like, yeah, this tour fucking blew me away. Best song on that album, by the way, Part of the Band.
No.
Love that song.
That's a good tune. Isn't the stage set up like he's on a fucking roof singing, and then he's like laying next to a dead body at one? Like my brother was telling me about. Is that
Yeah.
true? Am I getting that right?
He did one where he was like laying next to his like dead self.
His dead body,
And it was like
Yeah,
naked.
yeah.
And it was naked. The first one of the shows that we saw, like you saw dong, like dong, and it was
Like the dick was bad.
it was a bad dick.
It was like bad.
It was bad dick. It was like if you're making a naked version of yourself.
Chris Rock voice, lie to me.
Yeah, right.
It's just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
My brother left that part out. So it was a bad dick, but
All right, could you play the? Hold on a second, Zach. So
The chicken is done. Okay.
let's get some plates.
Okay.
Okay, welcome back to. Don't put it there.
Okay.
Because that's raw stuff,
True. Yep. That was dumb.
and we're all about cleanliness
Yep.
on this bleeding fucking thing. So what you want to do is you want to get a plate. You're gonna want to put it on there, and now what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna spray. You're gonna want to spray this, and you're gonna want to shiza.
What are you looking for?
Any sort of utensil means of putting.
Here. Where's the? It's over there. Right there.
All right. So what you're gonna want to do is just grab a fork, touch it with your fingers, and then I'm just gonna want to.
We're gonna do this all over again.
Just gonna want to do that. Put it in there. Just gonna want to hit it with that.
This is the best cooking show of all time.
And what you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to take the wax now. Don't really have much use for this wax. You're going to want to fold it up. You're just going to want to roll it like a cigar, kind of. And you're going to want to put that there. And now for...
careful.
I know. I am like being super careful. What you're gonna want to do is make the sandwiches. Is what you're gonna want to do. For this, we got ciabatta bread.
Ciabatta rules.
Ciabatta's great, and what you're gonna want to do is just fucking put down the bag of that, and
He's not pre-sliced. Yeah, I'm gonna go to work on this.
Yep. Just gonna want to cut them.
Zach, what's your favorite kind of bread?
Sourdough.
It's a good choice. I respect
Big
that.
sourdough guy. You okay there, Pete?
It's I wish I had a big boy knife, but we'll make it work.
Hey, little guy, little knife.
That's right. How much shit were you guys talking about me in the Florida locker room when you were kicking our ass during last year's playoffs?
Just fueled to a fire, baby. Thanks for it.
I think Brandon Montour was not my biggest fan after I was like telling him to go to hell every game. Suddenly became Bobby Orr.
I think my 6-year-old could slice a piece of ciabatta better than you. But yeah, no, I think.
All right. So now that we've done that, we're going to want to just walk over there, and I'm going to get the. You know, I was just saying that.
What are you grabbing?
The olive oil.
Okay.
Now, I don't know which order we're going to layer these, but if we want to get out some cutlery, we've got. I was thinking maybe. Shit.
What?
Do we do olive oil, basil, cutlet, roasted red peppers, prosciutto? Which order should we stack?
Yeah, I think that's the order.
Okay.
And then we'll wrap the cutlet with the prosciutto.
Oh, I like that move. That's a good move. So what you're gonna want to do is that. All right. So let's start with a little. Just. Is that not enough?
I think that's
too
good.
much?
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
good.
And you're gonna want to just
Dab.
maybe dab that in there a little bit, and now
Let it soak.
basil is it's a tree, and you're just gonna want to take some basil, put it on, so when you eat it, it's there.
I should grab a glove. Why am I grabbing a glove? We're eating this.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
I haven't sliced my finger open.
Oh, so these are gonna be ours. So like, all right. So that makes me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna give it to Sean and you, but I like this move because this way I get the sandwich. Now, next, what you're gonna want to do is are you gonna want to put the roasted red peppers down, or do we wrap the?
I would say cutlet first.
Okay.
Cutlet first. Then we'll wrap the cutlet after the fact.
What?
Does that make sense? No, that doesn't make sense.
Right.
Prosciutto first.
Because I think that we're gonna
cheese.
have to.
Cheese and then prosciutto.
Cheese isn't going on top. I feel like cheese usually goes on top, but not in this case because this mozzarella I don't think usually goes on top. But this is deli mozzarella. This isn't the gobs and the balls and the fucking balls. So what you're gonna want to do is just take a slice of each, and you're just gonna want to put it on your sandwich.
Okay.
And now you've got that, and you're just gonna want to put that other one there, and then we.
Then we prosciutto.
So you were saying wrap though?
Yeah. So we'll wrap.
Yeah.
We'll put the prosciutto down. Put the cutlet on top of it, and then wrap it.
Ah, okay. So what you're gonna want to do is just like make like a little bed for.
That's right. And then you gotta tuck it in.
You know what? We'll double the prosciutto. Is that crazy?
No, I think that's a good move.
And then you're just gonna want to take a cutlet.
And then wrap it around in like a nice little blanket, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I don't know if it wraps all the way around, though. Oh, you know what? Here's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to separate
a top layer and a bottom layer.
Okay, you're going to, yeah.
Like that. Zach, does it look like we know what we're doing or what? This looks delicious.
And
I mean, you're kind of used car salesman it, but no, it looks good.
And then, lastly, you're going to want to take, is that a usable fork?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here.
So these are roasted red peppers. It's basically like a red pepper.
Just roasted.
Yeah. We have a foodie with us, clearly. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to, using a fork or something, you're going to want to get it out that way.
Oh, that looks good as hell.
Lay it down.
That's a nice looking pepper.
That's a long, thick, heavy pepper.
All right. This one doesn't want to come out.
Is there any reason that we should want to like cut this into a social clip? Because I really do want there to be like a 5-minute standalone video of this. I don't know who it would benefit.
All right, and then we do the old topsy.
Yep, you want to top it. Give it some top.
Jesus Christ.
And it's a cooking term. And now, do you want to close it? Oh,
I'm gonna flip
and Sean's
this.
almost halfway done. Yeah.
Yep. So
Amazing.
We flip this one.
Yep. Let me just top it.
Hold on. Do a little flipsy. All right. Top it. Top it off. That's sloppy top. And we're good.
Okay. Now, should we bring? So let's
This
hold
part
it. We
is
don't
called-
eat it here, right?
No, this part is called plating. We're gonna plate the sandwich.
What's the
Presentation is everything.
What's the part where like one of us whispers something in the other one's ear, and then the other one has to go in the other room and kill himself?
Oh, that's the menu.
That's the movie The Menu. It's a little
You ever see
food
that?
reference. Now we've plated this, and
Get some napkins because this will be a little messy.
look at now you've got that sandwich, some napkins, just in case. And if you're like bleeding or anything, then you're all set. Okay, that has been Cooking Up Chaos.
All right.
Do you want a beverage or anything?
Yeah. Please surprise me. Is this the best interview you've ever been a part of?
I mean, I've never been on the cooking portion of it, so I was kind of digging it, to be honest with you. I'm kind of hungry now. So you guys did a great job with
It
that
does
top.
look delicious. I'm very excited about it. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay, so motherfuck, I didn't want this.
All
Are you guys watching the game too, or no?
Yeah.
Clearly.
We've got 1:15 on the clock for those keeping track at home.
Have you played
In
in
a
an
second.
outdoor game?
Yeah, I played in the Heritage Classic when I was in Vancouver. We played Ottawa. Is that considered a winter class? No. Yeah, it was outdoor, but they had to close the roof because it started raining. So, but it was one of those like big theatric outdoor games. It was fun.
Do you guys
Yeah.
win?
No, we lost. I think did we? No, we lost. We lost to Ottawa. I think it was like 3-2 or something.
I remember that game,
420.
Ottawa won. Yeah.
It was when they scratched Roberto Luongo like in the morning skate, Tortorella, and then he asked for a trade. Like, remember that big thing?
Wow.
Whoa.
That rocks.
Yeah, it
Not
was
for
fun.
him, but
it was tense. It was tense times for sure. But it was.
Jesus.
I wasn't supposed to play, and then they told me I think right before warm-ups that I was playing. So luckily my parents were out there. They were just going to watch me take warm-ups. But first shift I was high stepping.
that
Yeah.
rocks.
Yeah,
Amazing.
it's fun.
Anybody who's watching, by the way, if you haven't, smash the subscribe button. If we get to a certain number that we haven't decided yet, we will release. Oh, let's see if you can guess this. Zach, we have an interview in the can with a two-time NHL All-Star who played college hockey. Can you guess who it is?
He's still playing?
Still playing.
Still playing. Two-time All-Star, played college hockey.
At a rival of the school that you went to.
Oh yeah,
Really?
you guys are all bitches about each other. You probably
What,
like.
he went to Michigan?
He sure did.
Oh, fuck. Is he older than me?
He is not.
I
How many guys are older than you at this point? That would really
don't know.
wind
Is
down
it
that
Zach
list, huh?
Zach Werenski?
Yeah, what a guess.
There you
Yeah,
go.
we have an interview with Zach Werenski, and it's
That's
a
my
very
boy.
good one.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
The
played in
sandwich is
Columbus with him.
amazing.
This sandwich is very good.
Yeah.
Not quite as good as the
Definitely not. You can't.
no. You can't
It
you
can
can't
never be
reach
done.
perfection, but this is solid. We've nailed it. You also have a story for us, and I have no idea what this story is because you just named it the Ed Sheeran story. And now I need to know what the Ed Sheeran story is.
It's a way better story than the Taylor Swift story.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, it's just a lot went on. So me and Skins, like we were in obviously Raleigh together, and we found out that Ed Sheeran was playing at a little venue in Charlotte right before training camp, and it was on a yacht. So we're like, all right, like let's go. I can't remember how we got on the yacht. I think we got a hold of like a promotion person through the radio station or something. Skins had already had his big rookie year. I was just tagging along because I was a music fan. And it was right when Ed Sheeran wasn't big enough. I think he had the A Team, but that was about it. That was like his biggest song. So he was still playing small venues in the States. So we show up to this restaurant and there's 12-year-old girls everywhere. And it's me and Skins. And we've come to know that they all won like a call-thon to get on this yacht. So we get on the yacht, and the person that got us on is like, "Hey, do you want to meet Ed down below at the bottom of the yacht, like after the show?" And I'm like, "Sure, let's go meet him." So we go down below. I Delpy charm him. He's like, "What are you guys doing today?" And we're like, "We're coming to see your show at this little venue called the Amos in Charlotte." He's like, "You guys want to come hang out beforehand in the green room?" We're like, "Sure, fuck it." And we're like, "This is pretty cool." So we go back to our cars. We get a text from the tour manager, and he goes, "I know this is kind of some rock star shit, but Ed Sheeran wants you guys to go to Target and buy Nerf guns."
What?
And we're like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, Ed Sheeran wants you guys to bring Nerf guns to the show so you can like fucking shoot them with them after the show in the green room." And we're like, sure. So like we go to Target and we're like, this is like, is someone fucking with us here? And we go to Target and we buy like 5 Nerf guns, like with a bunch of Nerf bullets, which is hilarious because now that's all I do with my kids is shoot Nerf guns around. And we get to the show with like the Target bag and like, the Nerf guns in our hand. And he absolutely rips this show apart, like, plays all his hits, but like I said, he wasn't big at the time. So we knew some more of his songs. And then we get to the back of the green room, start drinking Heinekens, and we start loading up these Nerf guns. We start shooting with Ed Sheeran for like an hour backstage.
That's unbelievable.
Isn't that? And like, there's a picture of it, and we're like, I could send it to you. We're like posing like gangsters, like we've had a few beers at this point, and he's like FaceTiming fucking Elton John, and who's the girl? Oh yeah, who's the girl from Nicole Scherzinger? Is that the Pussycat Doll girl?
Pussycat
Yeah.
Dolls.
He's like FaceTiming her, and like we're getting in on the FaceTime, like fucking cocking the guns, Nerf guns, and shooting the guns. And it was like an unbelievable thing. And like we hung out with him for an hour. He was unbelievable. He had no idea what hockey was. Like I think he just wanted some buddies in the States. It seemed like he just needed some friends. And we're like, fuck, sure. And we just hung out with him, and then he signed a few pictures, and then that was it. But I just thought that was a funny story because the whole Nerf gun thing. I read books and stuff on rock stars, and they all want like intricate shit, and like weird stuff. And yeah, we went to Target and bought some Nerf guns and shot them around with Ed Sheeran for an hour post show.
That's amazing.
That is
Yeah.
that's the best story.
That's like if have you seen Big?
Tom
Tom Hanks?
I haven't. No.
It's about a kid who, like, because of he ends up turning into an adult, and he's like answered everything is like, oh shit, so I'm an adult with money now, and he just builds this, like, his apartment is all like toys and shit, and he's just doing stupid shit like that with his friends. That sounds like that movie.
Yeah, I mean, it was like we were at Target. We thought we were like somebody was just fucking with us. I was like, I can't. What are we doing? And the manager's like, yeah, he's adamant on you bringing Nerf guns. And we're like, okay. So we went and bought them, and then sure as shit, like I said, we like hopped out of a cab with all the Nerf guns, past like the lineup to get in. People were looking at us like these two donkeys bringing Nerf guns to a show, and we snuck back into the green room, and he did his whole thing. Like he had the foot pedals going, like he lit this place on fire. And we're like, there's no way he wants to do this after the show. And then we got the tap, and we were back there fucking, like trying to hit each other behind a couch and stuff.
Did he ever explain, like, does he do this with everybody? Does he do it at like every stop of the tour, or was he just compelled
You need to blow
that
off some
day?
steam.
Yeah.
I don't think there was like much dialogue on the reason for it. He just was like, I want to shoot Nerf guns with you guys. And we're like, do we look like guys that shoot fucking Nerf guns? Like, what's going on? Like, are we nerdy? Like, what are you taking us for? But we tried to play like the hockey card, and he was like, nah, I just want to be buddies for the night. So that was it.
That rules. He seems like such a good hang. I would love to hang with Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, just like sit around and like
Yeah.
rip off people's songs.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Oh, Jesus.
Just like pretend you wrote other people's shit. That'd be so cool. No, I don't say that as a hater. I love that he does it. No, like the cool thing about Ed Sheeran though, he fucking does it and he fucking pays, and he's like, that's fine. I'll have these other people as songwriters. I'll make less money off it, but whatever. I still get to make these awesome songs that are kind of like somebody else's, but this is the song I want to make. And he lives a fucking awesome life. He doesn't have as much money as he could, but he still probably has more money than God. I respect it. A lot of music people like hate on him for it. I respect it. Because it's never like he's like, what are you talking about? This sounds nothing like it, which a lot of artists do. He's
Right.
just like, okay, if I need to like write a check, I'll write a check. Cool. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he's like, who do you guys want to talk to? And we're like, what do you mean? He's like, I could call anybody. And like Elton John was his manager or something at the time. And we're like getting in on the FaceTime. I think Elton John was like, the fuck? And like the Pussycat Doll girl was there too on the FaceTime. And we're like, what the fuck is going on here? And it was just like, I don't know. I'm from Paris, Ontario. So it's like, my buddies just do the same shit every weekend. So I explaining that one to them was
Oh, you lose him?
I
don't know.
Did he died?
Oh, we went blank for like 2 seconds. Oh, we got him.
Oh.
Back.
No, my wife was FaceTiming me. Sorry.
Priorities.
So, I mean, I guess you probably do this because you travel for work and everything. Are you a big FaceTimer? I have one person in my family who FaceTimes, and it has thrown the rest of the family for a loop because I think my parents think that all of their kids want to FaceTime, and I will just as soon do a phone call for anything over a FaceTime. Do you have to FaceTime a lot in your life?
Just with my kids and my wife. I mean, I'm calling my dad and my brothers and buddies and stuff. But yeah, I want to see my kids, so we do a lot of FaceTiming with them. Pops right up on their iPad. It's perfect.
Hell yeah!
You got 3 boys?
3 boys. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
gotta
shit.
be a wild time.
Bowie is like
He's
murdering
currently
Biz right now.
fighting Biz,
Yeah, what is happening?
He just
Are you watching the game?
He full blown laid out Bowie.
Yeah. Biz is in a dunk tank. Is that?
Yeah,
you guys
now
got the
he is,
same
but he just got
Yeah.
smoked by the mascot before.
Biz has had like a long running rivalry with Bowie.
Biz has a long running rivalry with a lot of people at
Very
this
true.
point.
Big rivalry guy.
Yeah. All right, then. This is a wild show.
How's the sandwich?
The sandwich is actually very good.
I'm pretty surprised.
Sean, get in there.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, so Adam Fantilli got us into this air fryer life because
Patrick Laine.
because Patrick Laine
Yeah.
changed his world, but he's like sincerely passionate about air fryers, which, as I said to him in our interview, is like wild to me because I don't know if I was passionate about anything at his age, but like he like knows all the shit of like, oh yeah, if you do this at this temperature and all, like he really should do some sort of like sponsorship or some like spawn con with air fryers because he is very much into them. And I'm becoming
We rock the air fryer like with the kids. I mean, we're a big crock pot family, which I mean, it seems like it's the same thing, but when you don't have any meat thawed out or anything, we toss it right in the air fryer. It's beautiful.
are you? Who's the cook in the family? Who's like the better cook? You?
Me, for sure.
What's your
Yeah.
specialty?
Fuck, I'll do anything. Like I like trying new things. Like I just don't want to be boring, you know. I don't want to do like steak and potatoes every night, you know. So I'll do some wrapped chicken, me and my wife do like really good stews and soups, and like I said, I get the crock pot going pretty well, for sure. Yeah.
All right.
I don't fuck around here, Pete.
Apparently. Look at you. I'm impressed. You're a man of culture.
But yeah, well, I mean, with the kids, like they're just foaming at the mouth trying to eat it right at 5. So you're kind of, you know, and you have to cook under pressure because they just complain about being hungry, you know. So it's fun times. My kids are gong shows, but it makes
Are
for
they?
fun.
Are they
We just
nuts?
got back from Disney. Fuck, it was insane.
I would.
It was nuts.
Disney is exhausting. Like going without anybody else in tow. Like I cannot imagine having to bring around 3 kids at Disney and try to keep them happy all day and not like be. I can't believe that you're alive right now.
Well, we had help. Like we had her family there too.
Okay.
But yeah, we had 3. And I told my wife, I'm like, I don't even want to look at the credit card bill. I want you to spend
For
as much
real.
money as you can. Like, let's do this right. Let's do the fast pass. Let's skip the line. Like, I'm not going to wait in these 3-hour lines just to do 2 rides for a day. Like, don't tell me how much it is. It's Christmas, you know, let's do it right. And you know what? Like, as far as the kids are concerned, like they were the best they've ever been all together. Like the 3 of them together was the best they've ever been. And I was shocked.
Wow.
So it had all the makings to be a shit show. Like it was Christmas Day, park sold out, it rained, you know. They got up at 5 to open presents from Santa, so they were tired, and we went from 7 a.m. till 6 p.m. with no freakouts. So
Wow.
nobody shit their pants or anything. So it was perfect.
Did you go World or Land?
What's the one in Orlando?
That's Disney World. Yeah.
Yeah. I had never been, so we went down there. It was fun.
I went for the first time like probably 4 or 5 years ago. Did you do the Dole Whip?
Oh, of course you had to have.
Oh no, another FaceTime.
If you go to Disney and don't do the Dole Whip, then
I know.
Hold on, my wife will not leave me alone. Sorry.
No.
We did Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you try the Dole Whip?
What's that?
It's like it's like ice cream, sort of frozen yogurt, but with Dole.
with pineapple juice.
Pineapple juice?
It's like a root beer float, but with pineapple juice instead of like
incredible.
root beer.
No, I wish. I mean, the lineups for food were insane. The park was sold out, so we got to get back down there. But
Let me ask you this: even like the fast pass these days, I feel like now even that's crazy. Like there's still lines for that. I've heard controversy around that.
You got to get on your phone and like you basically have to put yourself in the queue to ride a ride for a fast pass, and you can't sign up for another ride until you've just completed the one you were on. But it goes off your phone, so we had like 6 phones, but between us and their family members. So you queue it all up at 7 a.m. when the park opens. So we're basically like we're on this ride at 8, we're on this ride at 9:15, we're on this ride at 10:30, and that's how you do it.
Hell yeah!
You just schedule out your day.
Yeah, but it's still like you're still the fast pass, like you're still waiting in line for I don't know, probably 25 minutes was like the worst line we waited in, but you next to you is the real line and it's like 2.5 hours. It's
Yeah,
fucking insane. I can't believe
absolutely not.
there's no way I would have done that.
No, absolutely not. I
No.
think the longest that I waited there when I went was like 45 to 50 minutes, and it was awful. I don't like waiting in lines.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Try to do it with a 6-year-old, 4-year-old,
Yeah,
and a
absolutely
2-year-old.
not.
Yeah, fuck that. That's what I said. But
We should probably let you go before your wife hates you.
Oh yeah, that's
all
true.
right. I mean,
We're not being the.
I don't know why she knows I'm doing this, so I don't know why she's calling me. Maybe some kid just shit his pants or something. But they're all sick at home right now, so that's
no.
The tail end of having a good time at Disney. They're licking railings all day, and then you come home and now everybody's got the flu. But
and then you're like, I'm out of here. See you later.
yeah, I'm on a 12-day road trip.
Oh no,
God.
Oh
Yeah.
no. What's
Yeah.
what do you have to do for your wife when you get back when you leave her alone for like 12 days with the kids?
Well, I told myself my whole New Year's resolution was to like get her out of the house more, especially now because the kids are sick. So I always say like a hockey player's day off is like his day, but when you're married with kids, it's your wife's day off.
Mhm.
Right. So when we get back, we're playing an outdoor game next weekend in Charlotte. So when we get back, we'll have the whole week to prepare for that outdoor game. We play a baseball diamond against Rochester. So I'll have like 5 days. I don't know. I'll probably send her off to get a massage or get her hair done. That takes 6 hours. Basically let her go scream into a pillow somewhere because she's had enough. Fucking so. Yeah, so I've been, I don't know if she's listening. I want to do that app Soothe where you can get like a massage therapist to come over to the house now, like they can come to you. So I told myself I was going to sign her up for more of those this year.
There you go. What a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Well, you're the best.
Well, I
for
mean, when
joining us, man.
when you've been married this long and you leave for 12 days, you got to find a way to keep her happy too.
Yeah.
I would imagine. Yeah, that's I'd be pissed. I live with my nephew, and like if I was ever left alone with him for 12 days, I'd be upset.
I mean, she loves him, but she's like motherfucking him by the 8th day. You know what I mean? Like they just, they're sick, and it's just that she doesn't feel well. So whatever, it is what it is. But Daddy's gone for 12 days. Sorry.
God.
Thanks for hopping on with us, man. This was great. And if you're in this direction at any point, hit me up.
Yeah, first of all, I appreciate you guys having me on. Second of all, I think we're doing a rookie party this year. I think in Boston after an afternoon game in Providence. So I might have to hit you up for the spots. If you're cool with that.
For sure.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Go be a good husband.
Yes.
Yeah. I think he's calling me from his iPad. I think that's what it is. But he doesn't know. So, but thanks. I appreciate it. Have a good New Year's, guys.
That Sharon story did live up to the hype. So appreciate it.
Did it? Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Better.
Better told than Skins' T Swift story, or no?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you should have left Skinner out of the Sheeran story as payback.
I should have. Yeah. Well, I'm just a better guy. I'm just a better guy.
She's been like me and only me.
Me and Ed Sheeran, we are best friends.
We got in
Nobody
a
else was there.
one-on-one shootout with Nerf guns. We stood in there, just the two of us, just doing a duel with Nerf guns.
A duel, yes.
There's photo evidence too.
Yeah.
If you want the photo evidence, I can give it to you.
Yeah, send me the photo.
Yeah, definitely.
I want
just
the photo
anyway.
for sure.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
All
right. Thanks, buddy.
Bye, Zach. You're the man.
Yeah.
Later.
See ya.
Oh, what a guy.
Fantastic. How are our bets doing, by the way? None of us have I don't think Jared McCann has scored many. I mean,
yeah, none of my I don't think Kyler Yamamoto
I've
has scored.
got 2 shots on goal.
Petrangelo is still at 1 block.
One block and 2 shots on goal, yeah.
Yep.
Let me see. I did leave. Alberga said, "Have me on with Dalby." I don't. Can we do simultaneous guests?
Yeah, we did with Coley and Trill.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Forgot
We just
about
have
that.
to make sure the setup's right. But yeah.
I just saw Alberga say that. Have me on with Dalpy. I wish I saw it beforehand.
Can I just say, these sandwiches, is there a food that has a bigger discrepancy between how bad it smells and how good it tastes than prosciutto? Because it smells awful.
When I opened up the prosciutto, I was like, is something wrong with this? But then
Yeah.
I was like, no, it always kind of smells weird. Yeah.
It smells weird, but I don't think it smells bad.
No, it doesn't smell like something you should be eating. I feel like it throws off the rest of the sandwich scent-wise, but it still tastes amazing. Also, I don't know if you happen to notice this because
We can put the volume back on.
it was happening right as Zach was hanging up, but Biz like did a full-blown people's elbow on Bowie, and I feel like people think that mascots are like in Kevlar bodysuits,
Yeah.
and it's just like a thin layer of foam, and they end up getting like he drops his full body weight on the mascot's head, and I just protect mascots.
I'm gonna see if Alberga wants to hop on now. I can't believe that Zach Dalpy was
Tell
on
him like 5-10 minutes something.
in 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. I believe Zach Dalpy was on FaceTime with Elton John.
That's so funny.
That's amazing. I'll send you a link. He rocks. What a guy. How's the game going, everybody? Are you enjoying it? I've been
That's why I
loosely
said,
paying
right,
attention.
yeah, I was like, I got to get my bearings.
Do you think Vegas kind of hates Seattle just because I feel like when a team gets added to a league, they're like kind of everyone's favorite team a little bit. Like everyone kind of just likes them.
Right.
But then they got like 3 years later, they just got that cucked from them by the Kraken.
I think by the time Seattle was introduced, everybody had already pivoted to hating the Golden Knights.
that's fair.
Mad about like money shit with them and everything. Like the cap.
And they were good immediately. Like people, I feel like people turned on them as soon as they made the Stanley Cup final. They're like, fuck these guys. League rigged it so that they could make the Stanley Cup final.
I love that. That's how the league should operate, in my opinion. What's the point of adding a team and having them be dog shit?
I agree. Yeah.
I mean,
and also, I think the expansion rules are totally fine.
Yeah, and also Seattle did not go to the cup in their first year. Like you clearly still have to do a pretty good job running an organization for them to be good.
Yeah, they built two like successful. I mean, they weren't great first year, obviously, but like they built their teams differently.
Yeah,
and they're both like were pretty good almost immediately. And Vegas, like I loved that Vegas gamed the expansion draft system to like take advantage of a bunch of bozos across the league.
Yeah,
into giving them more than they needed to.
Yeah.
I love that.
We didn't this will seem like forever ago, but people were legitimately asking like, will Vegas work? Like, will the NHL work in Vegas? And then like 2 minutes in, they were like, oh, okay. Yeah, this obviously works.
There was a discussion of whether professional sports would work
exactly.
in Vegas.
And that's why when people are like, the A's are going to fail in Vegas, what reason do you have to believe that they're going to be any less successful than they've been in Oakland?
Right. Are they moving this year? Like,
Pete,
this
retweet
upcoming
all
season?
the. You're way behind on retweets.
No, I think it's the stadium won't be done by this year, so it has to at least be 2025. But I think it might be 2026. I'll look.
What do I need to retweet?
I don't know. We haven't been like pushing it. I was just catching up myself.
Let me see. Oh, when are we doing trivia?
Oh, I mean, shit. Let's do that in like I want to watch like 2 minutes of hockey, and then we can do trivia.
Why is the feed
I mean,
so
we could
choppy?
also do. We could have Alberga be part of the trivia, but that might be tricky. Too many moving parts.
The Athletic put out a list of like every team's odds, so make it to the playoffs, make it through each round of the playoffs. You want to guess who has the best odds to win the Stanley Cup right now, according to the Athletic? I'll say this: there's 2 teams with a 10%, and then there's 1 team with 11. So there's 3 that are kind of like in the
I'm gonna say Vegas is one of them.
Are the
No.
Bruins one of them?
No, the Bruins. Yeah,
The Bruins have 10%. They are not the leader, though.
Colorado.
No.
Rangers?
Is Colorado another 10%?
No. No.
And not the Rangers?
Nope. The Rangers have 8%. Colorado has 7%.
Is it the Carolina Hurricanes?
Nope. The Hurricanes have 9%.
Okay.
Not the Leafs.
No, the Leafs have.
Oh, LA
6%.
Kings?
No, the Kings are 5%.
Damn, that's low. I
Yeah.
love the Kings.
The probabilities are based on 50,000 simulations, according to the Athletic.
So we haven't gotten the other 10%
Or the
11%.
Yeah.
I mean, we've named the best teams in
Right,
each conference,
that's crazy.
in each division.
Yeah, I don't listen. I mean, the other 10%
Is like the Lightning there somehow?
no, the Lightning.
The Panthers?
No, the Lightning have
Fuck.
1% chance.
All right, who are the teams?
The other 10% is the Edmonton Oilers,
What?
Oh, wow.
and the 11% is the Dallas Stars.
All right. I mean, that's surprising to me, but like also,
Well,
who scored that?
come up.
Ah,
Yanni.
Well, I'll tell you what. The Seattle Kraken moneyline bet that I made is looking pretty good. Although, I'm still going to lose money if Kyler Yamamoto doesn't score a goddamn goal. That's the problem. That was a tough sequence.
I mean, I need some of my bets to hit.
Damn, that was a wild sequence. What was Cotter doing? Yanni Gord does rock, but that probably shouldn't have never happened.
Also, getting back to the Athletic list, the last team that even registers as a chance to, well, I guess the last team that registers to make the playoffs is the Montreal Canadiens at 1%. But the Buffalo Sabres are the last team that has a percentage chance to win a playoff round. They have 1% chance. Of
I
winning
got to
the
tell you,
first round.
Jim, I don't see it happening.
I don't either. Also, I think we can come to the conclusion that Tage's random absence was his wife having a kid, because that did happen yesterday. So shout out
okay.
Tage. Tage Thompson seems way too young to have 2 kids. Not that I'm like judging, because I'm the product of young parents, but like
He's getting busy.
he seems like he's 14 years old still.
He's like, what, 24, 25?
Yeah, I mean he's been around for a while. It does like he was a part of the Ryan O'Reilly trade to St. Louis. So,
But he's been married for a bit, too.
yeah, I mean this is a
I
second.
think he
kid,
got
but-
married young.
Yeah.
DJ Mitchell asked, Petrangelo has 3 shots on goal, right?
Let me check.
Can confirm he does.
Oh, attaboy.
I think
There
I only
you
saw
go.
one of them. Love it.
I'm not looking good for any of my bets. All right, you want to do trivia?
Yes. All right,
right.
so. Oh, hell yeah. I bet a lot on that, too.
Rock on, brother.
All right, so we're going to do trivia. And it's, what is it? It's Kraken Golden Knights trivia. All right?
Okay.
Actually, let me blast out a tweet about this
All
to push it.
Well, we got a Paul Godstad mention, and that's a name I haven't heard in forever. I don't understand the Paul Godstad curse, but
Oh, that's Mike from Woburn. What up, Mike? How are we? Mike from Woburn in the chat.
Paul Godstead is not a name I have heard in forever. Fun fact, though.
For some reason, as soon as I saw like a random name drop and then the mention of a curse, I knew it was Mike. And also Buffalo slander.
I've mentioned this before. Oh, if he's anti-Buffalo, I'll appreciate this. I've told the story before about my first ever Sabres game. Sabres Bruins sitting on the glass on a face-off dot. Sabres won 7-6 in a shootout after a Drew Stafford hat trick goal with 30 seconds left to tie the
Bruins
game.
legend. Drew Stafford.
Also included a Paul
People
Godstead
forget.
fight that he won. So
Look at you. What a legend.
is there a better hockey, like first hockey game in history? There was a fight, there was a shootout, there was a combined
13 goals.
13 goals
12
and a hat
goals.
trick. What?
12 goals.
12 goals,
because
yes.
of
Shootout, yeah. Well, really like 15 if you count shootout goals.
I don't.
I don't either.
When I leave this window to check Twitter, it keeps pushing me out of YouTube. Hate that.
All right, Pete, I just tagged you in something. I tweeted about to do a game where the answer to every question is Kraken, crack, night, golden, etc.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is, yes, the answer to every question is one of those things. It's something that sounds like Kraken or Golden Knight or whatever. It
Okay.
was going to be you against Sean, but what we'll do is Pete against the chat. Can we just say, what do we want to test what the delay is?
Yeah.
So I'm going to say, on the count of 3, I'll say type whatever word, and then we'll be able to tell what the delay is. Okay? Everybody ready?
I will say people are probably on varying levels of delays. So
Fair. Well, people in the chat, get ready. On the count of 3, I want you to, don't send it yet. I want you to send the word hiccup. Okay? Hiccup. 1, 2, 3, send it. All right. Oh boy.
This is a long, long delay. Oh boy. Oh no.
Oh
This
my
is
God. This is the
biggest
longest delay.
Holy shit.
Well, let's see.
All right.
All right. So it's about like a 35-second delay.
Honestly, my brain moves
I was going to
so
say nothing we
slow.
can do anyway. Maybe Pete's going to struggle with them.
My brain moves so slow that you're probably going to beat me.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to keep score. Let me.
I
write-
really should have taken an edible. That would have been incredible. Like, are you smarter than Pete on an edible?
All right. So write the answer as quickly as you can get it. I'm keeping score. I'm going to write Pete versus the people. And if you're just joining or if you're in whatever, just hit subscribe to this, please. It helps us a lot. So, Sean, let's fire up Kraken Golden Knights trivia. Here is the first question. This water-based Pokemon was stupid.
It's, you said that it has crack in, or like,
It has something that sounds like one of the team names kind of in the answer.
okay. I mean, Magikarp is famously the dumbest water-based Pokemon.
That was a pretty bad one, but this one's equally as stupid, I would say. Are you a Pokemon head, Sean? Do you know the answer to this?
I only know the answer to it because I saw it.
Goldeen?
Goldeen is correct.
Yes.
Oh, Goldeen,
Okay,
Goldeen,
all right.
Goldeen. So that is Pete 1, the people 0. People, get your heads out of your ass because Pete is beating you. I think that was also, I think, one of the last questions. So I don't know if we're just going random order.
I didn't know there was supposed to be an order.
Yeah, whatever. Give me another one.
All right. Charles in
All
the
right.
chat was very close to beating me.
Next question. A 4-year-old person might say Kraken like this. This delay is not hurting Pete. Sean, did you know this answer before you saw it?
I honestly wouldn't have even known how to approach this question, so I did not.
Cracker?
Is that your? I mean, I guess we keep guessing until somebody in the chat gets it or Pete gets it. That is. And the correct answer is Kraken. A 4-year-old would probably say Kraken instead of Kraken. I'm sorry, Pete. Your answer was incorrect. The people got it.
That's amazing. Also, the chat can say like whether somebody answered in the chat before me on like their end,
but that's an honor system thing, and
yeah,
because it all appears. It seems like Charles said Goldine before.
Yeah,
they
were saying that he beat me to saying it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so the chat is probably going to think they've beaten you on most of these.
Well, they did beat me, so I guess like the chat is
just
up to
be
nothing.
honest, be good people, and tell us the truth. Tell us
okay.
All right, so
All right,
is it really? Are we going to say it's 1-1 or?
Let's say it's 1-1, but we'll move forward with the understanding that if I get the chat can tell me if one of the answers comes before my answer.
I was very excited that they got Kraken.
That's hilarious.
All right, let's do another one. Also the name of a popular Cosby Show episode, a couple married 50 years celebrates this.
Bicentennial?
Yes.
My favorite team, the Seattle Bicentennial.
Yeah, I forgot that that's golden anniversary.
Golden anniversary is correct.
I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that this chat smoked you in this one.
For
I'm
sure.
guessing.
I know.
Let's see. So I guess we just have to wait. So like, let's wait like 10 more seconds to see, or would it be longer than that? Let's see. 1, 2. I mean, if people are just now saying it's 2-0 chat.
Oh, that's a quick.
The chat. The fact that 3 of them popped up.
I can't believe no one made that joke.
The fact that 4 of them popped up at once suggests to me that they beat
immediate. You. Yeah.
There's 2 people made the divorce joke.
All right, so I'm going to write down 2 potential scores. It's
3-0.
It's probably 2, or it's 2-1, but it's probably 3-0.
Yes.
So I'm going to write down Pete.
God damn, I can't believe
it. Might be too late for this, but you could just do it where Pete has to make a final answer, and he just the amount of time he has is until someone in the chat. Like you only get one answer, otherwise you'll be here.
Yeah.
No, let's just keep doing it this way.
Yeah. No reason to make this more complicated.
Let's be disorganized. All right, let's do another one. In Ireland, this question is asked to gauge the level of fun in a social setting.
Kraken? Question mark? This question
I'm at a party. Kraken?
I'm distracted by the gauge being spelled wrong.
That's me too.
Yeah.
That was a little dyslexia. Chat 3. So again, like the fact that people are just now weighing in on.
Is it Kraken?
Is it Kraken? Is that your question?
Yeah.
So that's obviously wrong, but because we kept with the crazy rules, you get to keep guessing until we see that. Oi, what's Kraken?
Shit.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure. So a form of this has been correctly answered, and the answer is, what's the crack?
Really?
What's the crack?
Oh, that's how you pronounce that word?
Yep.
Okay.
And then common response would be 90, means like
out of 100.
It's dope. So that's what I thought. But like 90 means like, oh, like it's good. Like you're gonna want to get over here.
Irish people are so fucking stupid.
What's the crack? 90.
You're just so stupid.
You're just all Irish people.
All Irish people are so stupid.
Oh,
I'm Irish, so
okay.
I can say it.
So it is for sure 3-1 or 4-0. Let's do another question.
I'm getting smoked here. This is tough.
This epidemic in the United States resulted in controversial sentencing laws in 1986.
Crack cocaine.
The crack epidemic is correct.
Nice. I
Definitely
definitely.
beat the
I
chat
think I
there.
won that.
Yeah, there's
right.
no-
Because like they wouldn't even have time to type.
Type it. Yeah, no.
Nice.
All right. So it's now
We're on the
either
board.
3-2 or 4-1. That's the one that I thought if you were playing against Sean, I'm like maybe Pete doesn't know about the crack epidemics.
That would have been tough.
Okay, let's do another one. This Queen album features Bohemian Rhapsody and You're My Best Friend.
It's the Golden album. The Gold album.
Gold album.
The Knights of
Oh, don't try to read
Columbus.
Don't try to read. I pixelated
No,
the
I know.
name of the album. I
I
thought that
was
you were.
trying to see if it was pixelated.
Yeah, it's pixelated.
Yeah. No, it's the Knights of, I don't know.
Crack Nights.
The Knights of Bohemia.
This one will be gotten.
Night at the
Chat
Opera.
got it.
A Night at the Opera
Okay.
is correct.
Interesting.
Yes, it's their fourth album. It's now 5-1 or
How many questions are there?
One left.
4-2.
One left.
There's
so
one
I
left.
can't come back.
So this is for all the marbles to
This
tie.
is worth 5 points
Okay.
for the
A
win.
5-year-old might know. The next question and final one is
Night.
this part of the day comes after the evening. Final answer.
Night.
We have locked in that as the final answer for Pete, and we will now wait to see if anybody gives the same answer or maybe a better answer.
I feel like this is a trick question.
How could it be? This part of the day comes after the evening. Let's wait, see what people can say on this. Let's find out.
There's no day that comes after the evening.
Day means no. It's like that's how like man doesn't mean all.
I'm just trying to cover
males.
my bases here in case you're an asshole with this answer.
Sean, Pete, you're not allowed to submit any more answers or even guess what it is. But Pete, Sean, isn't it true that what I say is my answer true?
I honestly don't remember what this one was, so I cannot.
Somebody,
confirm or deny.
Stacy said golden hour. The crack of dawn.
Who said that?
Tessa.
The correct answer is the crack of dawn comes after
Damn
evening.
it.
Night does
God
not.
damn.
Pete, you were wrong. And
Fuck.
that, I'm sorry, that was incorrect. That was the wrong answer.
Did you think that I was going to guess night?
Yeah,
that was a trick question?
So that was supposed to be the first question.
Okay.
And like you'd yell night and be like, no, it's the crack of
Misdirection.
dawn.
So,
So final score, the people 6, Pete
I got smoked.
1.
That's tough.
But it's a good game that we played.
Good job.
Honestly, the
I
game
respect
and
that.
the cooking both hits.
I got hurt during the trivia game. You got hurt during the cooking segment. Should we bring in our pal Nick Alberga?
Yeah, sure. Not to brag, but I'm all congealed over here. I'm all coagulated.
Did you do anything?
I just no.
Did you run it underwater or anything?
No. I licked my wounds.
Gross. All right, congratulations, chat. You smoked me. Big accomplishment.
the chat.
I'm the dumbest person in the world. So
Your prize is you get to subscribe. Subscribe.
Oh, I also brought. Do you remember this game?
Oh yeah, it confused me.
This game of hypotheticals. It's basically questions and they're like fucked up scenarios.
The People versus Pete Blackburn now on TNT.
Yes.
Really?
From the makers of the
they had
People
like a
versus
cooking
OJ.
show segment in one of the intermissions. On,
Oh,
on
speaking
this.
of a really dark that my mom got me Dave Grohl's book for Christmas. When I opened it, I was like, "Oh, if I did it." You get it?
What?
If I did it, so the People you were saying like People versus OJ. So OJ put out a book called "If I Did It."
Here's
Yes.
here's how I would.
He's saying like I didn't do it.
Yeah.
So like he
Yeah.
had the book "If I Did It."
Yeah.
Grohl, Joe, like all of his band members.
Oh
like, died.
God.
Oh.
Jesus, that's very dark.
My mom got that joke and you two didn't.
Well, you
I
and your
don't
mom
know
have like a
a whole
shared
lot about
brain,
Dave
Grohl.
basically.
Yeah, that's right.
Imagine your dream house, whatever house that may be. Think of all the details you would like to be in this home, including furniture. You're suddenly given the opportunity to trade wherever you live now for this hypothetical home, and your mortgage will be whatever you currently pay. The home will be in roughly the same location as your current residence. However, there's one odd caveat. Your dream home is buried 2 miles underground. When you look out of the windows, all you will see is dirt. In order to enter the residence, you have to take an elevator that travels down a 2-mile shaft at high speed. It's a 5-minute trip. The elevator is comfortable, and there's a staff located above ground that provides 24/7 maintenance on the elevator. If something breaks or goes wrong with the house, you'll be rescued immediately. Would you accept this underground dream home?
Not a shot.
That
No
is not a
chance.
dream home.
Not a
not
shot.
a chance.
I'm now into this game, even though like I'm for sure that one is such a slam
That
dunk.
one's
No.
tough. Yeah. Hey, buddy.
Hi, Nick Alberga.
Hey guys, I didn't realize this was a Zach Dalpe biopic today. Love it. No, it's good to see Zach Dalpe on here. That's my guy, man.
He rocks.
Really? How and why is he your guy?
We connected years back. He's from the Toronto area, and we just stayed in touch. And so I think if you notice, there's a couple players I tweet about quite a bit: Adam Henrique and Zach Dalpe. So Dalpe's on my short list. I saw him at a concert this summer, actually, a country concert.
What country concert?
I went to so many, honestly. I'm trying to remember what one it was.
As long as
I
it wasn't
can't
Morgan
remember.
Wallen, you're off the hook.
No, it wasn't exactly. No, it wasn't Morgan Wallen. I can't remember what one it was exactly, but we were actually we didn't even know, and we were seated like 10 feet from each other. It was crazy. He was with his wife.
He's a big wife guy.
Yeah, he's a wife guy. I like that about him.
Huge family guy. I'm impossible to get out, that guy. Can't get him out.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
So,
Do you? Is that a thing that you find commonly? You said he's from Toronto. Do people in Toronto find that they bond over like a shared interest in hockey, or is that like there's only so many of us kind of thing?
I know what you're getting at, being the Bruins guy. I get it. No, it's just there's a lot of players in this area. It's weird, and there's always a connection, right? And then you go back to when I covered junior hockey back in the day, and yeah, I'm trying to remember specifically. I think it was when Dalps years back. I interviewed him when I was on NHL Network Radio, and then we just kept in touch. But I'm pretty sure it's like the same thing for you guys, where you meet people. I think we all understand, we're media members. We've got things to do, creative things to do, and it all meshes together, and then you end up becoming buddies, right?
Nobody likes us.
No,
No, at all.
There are some people that I knew when I was leaving the Bruins beat. I'd been around certain people enough that I was like, I actually do like this person as a person, and not as they're pleasant enough to deal with. In a different world and with different jobs and levels of notoriety, I'd probably be friends with this person. And when I left the Bruins beat, I just went over to those few I sat down with Torrey Krug for a second and was like, hey, not gonna be around anymore, blah, Marchand, Bergeron. And then not because I felt this with Chara, I just respected him and wanted to say bye to him. Chara wouldn't have been friends with me in any
Any lifetime.
He's just too good. Even if he had a different job, I would still feel like a burden to
He's too good for you.
Chara could be doing anything in any body in any field, and I'd be like, you are going to be the best at this and take over with this, so you should probably devote all of your energy to this and not my stupid bullshit.
Hey, you talk about energy. I congratulate you guys for dragging me out of bed today. So this is a big development. I didn't want to let you down. That's the one thing in life. I'm very accountable. I told you guys yesterday I'd come on, and I got myself out of bed. So that's a big win here to start 2024, boys.
I'm very proud of you. What did you do last night?
I got fucking wasted. You know how it goes. A mutual friend of ours, Dave Pagnotta, and I got together, and
Oh boy,
you know,
that
we had a
explains
couple
you.
of
That's
drinks.
all you need to say. Is you don't get out of bed until 5 p.m. after a night out with Dave.
It was a lot of fun, just I always like to spend it with, people that are close to me and stuff like that, obviously. But yeah, it's always one of those times just to recollect, think about the year prior, and then move forward, right? We have the Winter Classic today, and like what's ahead. We just talked about Toronto. The All-Star break's coming up in a month, so there's a lot cooking, boys. But I'm happy you guys got me out of bed, because I was in one like 2 hours ago when you first texted me. I'm like, there's no shot in hell, but I rallied for you guys.
Hell
I
yeah.
appreciate it.
You seem not hungover.
Yeah, for real.
So maybe
Man,
you're
you know
still
what's
drunk.
so here's like, you guys would probably attest to this too. I've actually done, I guess this is all me, but like I feel like I've done some of my better broadcast work hungover. Like I won't mention who I was working for, where I was working for, but there have been many, many times where it's like a draft or an all-star game or whatever, where I'm working on 1 hour of sleep and I show up and I'm professional and I do my job. So we'll say it's that. You guys play hurt all the time? Like, I mean, when you do play hurt, do you play that way?
So I've stopped drinking, but
Okay.
prior to that, I would not frequently. I remember that there was one particular press conference where I was like, DJ, it was like a morning press conference, but I was like, DJ, you are actively still drunk. Like, you can't do that. But I would obviously get after it a lot, would be hungover a lot. Pete said this recently about me when I'm tired. Like, if I'm on, I'm on. And if I'm off, it's probably very glaring. Maybe because when I am on, it's so fucking much. But when I'm hungover, off, whatever, I pretty much suck and am useless.
And you can like hear it in your voice when you don't have it together. So like it's tough to disguise it. I really don't function. I barely function sober. I really don't function when I'm severely hungover. So I try not to even chance it anymore. But there was during the Stanley Cup a couple years ago in Denver, I showed up and had a rougher night because I guess you get drunker faster like the first night that you're in Denver. And boy, it really, really snuck up to me. The NHL had like this open bar, like event welcome party.
Yeah.
And it really, really snuck up on me. And then the next day I showed up and did TV with Frank, and Frank was like, buddy, I smell it on you. No.
It's funny because so me and Frank had pretty much the same conversation at the draft in Nashville. He's like, how was your night? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I know you were out. I'm like, yes, Frank, I was. And you feel like a sad puppy dog, but hey, as long as you're professional, you do your job. That's all that matters, right? But I always wondered about that. And I mean, not to go on a diatribe about broadcasting, like we chose the wrong industry. There's a lot of jobs out there, guys, where you can fake it and nobody could have a clue. But like in this, you have to be on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Totally. Yeah. And like it's a field where like people, friendly or not, people want to kind of be busting chops like that. Like, I don't think if you're at an office job, you're the person at the next cubicle is like, oh, someone got after it. But
it's so true though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think, like, I don't know. I've worked with people and be like, dude, like you have a big night, and they'll be like, yeah. And like, I don't know. I think in a common workplace, which I don't know, but you guys have never really worked in that type of setting before. Like the water cooler conversation wouldn't have been like, hey, I got home at 6 a.m. last night. I don't think it'd be that way.
Yeah.
If anybody ever had that with me at like a water cooler, I'd just be like, fucking sick, dude. Congratulations. But yeah, I mean, like, especially on the road for like media stuff, people go pretty hard. So it's like a shared part of the experience.
No, that the welcome party on at the beginning of the Stanley Cup final, I think it's like the second day that everybody's there. The league throws like that big thing, and everything's free and everything's paid for. I don't know if it's the financial component of it or the aspect of like there kind of being a finish line. Those were always where shit got like, I never really noticed it for other people, but maybe that's like the drinking thing where you're like, fuck, I was out of hand, not thinking like everyone was probably out of hand.
Yeah.
Those were always the ones though. And I like, because it was always at the end of a long playoff run, obviously, if it's the Stanley Cup final, and it's all fucking free. You've probably been spending a ton of money going out every night that like everyone's like kind of making their money back. That fucking free little, it's only like a 2-hour long thing is the most harmful thing in the world.
I showed up at the elevator after that thing the next day, and I had the worst anxiety. I was like, did I make a fool of myself? Like, I don't remember the end of the night. And I remember seeing Julie Stewart-Binks in the elevator, and I was like, I don't know. Did you see me last night? She's like, you're not special. We all blacked out.
Yeah, right.
It's like, all right, nice. We'll
The,
move on.
One of the years they had the Stanley Cup there, obviously, and you could take your picture with the Stanley Cup. And me and Naoko Funayama decided, like, we're going to take a picture with the Stanley Cup once an hour. And
What?
like each picture will get like progressively sloppy.
That's
and
a TikTok
drunk.
trend now. It's like me after one drink, me
Yeah,
after
it's
two
so stupid.
drinks.
Did I
Yeah,
invent TikTok? Maybe.
You may have.
Do you know the end of the story?
No.
All right. So I'm like, yeah, well, we'll take a picture every hour, blah, and like we're sending it to our like friends who aren't with us, and we're having so much fun. And each picture is getting like progressively sloppy, and it's a riot. And I was telling that story at the beginning of the next season. And I was like, yeah, Naoko and I were taking a picture every hour, and like the pictures were a shit show. We had since learned that Naoko was deeply pregnant, and and somebody was like, wait, but Naoko was pregnant during that, and she like hadn't told us yet. And I was like, wait. And I was like, Naoko, were you not drinking that night? And she was like, no, but I was like keeping up appearances and everything.
That's
so
hilarious.
I was getting blackout drunk by myself, taking a picture every hour, being like, oh my God, me and Naoko are getting fucking crazy. And I was just by myself getting super drunk.
Oh my goodness,
It was the best.
That's incredible. The only thing I have close to that is like the Cup final in Vegas. That was a good time. I remember that, and it progressively got crazier the night, right? When you had the welcome party. I think it was at the Garden there, just in front of the arena at T-Mobile Arena, and I remember like the same thing. I just think in general you get anxiety the next day. Like, did I act like a fool? Did I say something stupid? So, moral of this story: don't drink, kids.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. I was listening to the radio today, and both hosts on the radio who were like, I'll say cool person aged. So let's say that's like 25 to late 30s. Both of them casually were like, oh yeah, I don't drink. And the younger of them, who was probably 25-ish, seemed to say it as though it was like a trendy thing of being like, oh yeah, no, I don't drink. Like I go out to bars and I like smoke pot and stuff, but like, yeah, it just like makes me feel bad and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's becoming like cooler and cooler. That's why I don't drink, just because what I said earlier, like I don't function super well when I'm hungover. And for this show, we were like, we need to have our fucking brains on.
Sure.
So,
I mean, I think that translates to like a lot of the young hockey guys. Like they don't get after it. Like I'm starting to see that like a lot of guys like respect their body. They just really work hard at the craft, and like they're cool being nerdy. Like there's a lot of guys that just are like, yeah, I just stay and play video games.
Even fucking Brad Marchand, who probably hasn't touched a video game in his life. When I was leaving in like 2016, we talked about that. He was like, I don't fucking like get after it anymore. Like, what are you, fucking crazy? Like, I have a hangover for 5 days afterwards. And I'm sure they're like,
true.
But I use him as an example because like he is like the old school classic like animal type.
Yeah.
And
he was an animal.
Right. And like younger. Obviously there's a lot of evidence out there, but a lot of those guys are like, fuck, I can't. I have to be good at hockey. This were the 70s.
Yeah, it's a harsh reality that like we're getting older. I think too. Like, I mean, in our day, guys would hack darts. They would drink the night before, like on the regular. And now it's like these guys are so committed to the fitness game. Like, I know a couple guys that will go out maybe 4 or 5 times in the off season, but it's like well before their training gets kickstarted, and they're just chilling out for a couple weeks. But like, if they do, like, they pay for it at the gym for like a long period of time. And I think just the commitment to health and like this day's athlete is just so different than it was like back in the day. Like there's like, again, I'm in Toronto. There's so many infamous stories about like the Leafs, like hacking darts in the laundry room, like in the, between periods. Like it's just a way different era. Right. And I think, motivations are a lot different these days. And it gets back to the conversation I always have. Like, obviously I cover the Maple Leafs, as mentioned, like, what motivates a player, like what gives them drive and energy. And it's like a lot different in the way, in the style they play the game, where it's not that hunger anymore. If you want to rip the other guy's head off, it's like, let's score a goal. Let's get him on the scoreboard. Like, it just, the mentality is a lot different, and probably why the Leafs haven't won a cup in a long time, right?
The Leafs have won a cup?
Yeah, in 67.
I'm kidding.
I know.
But like, you know about morning skates, right? Like why they made those? They made them because everybody was fucking drunk. So they would have them go to the rink in the morning, sweat out the booze, and hopefully be in decent enough shape by the time you drop the puck at 7 o'clock or whenever it would be. And that's why like morning skates now are like, most of the time they're optional and they just like don't matter, because like there is not that use for them anymore. Like if you went out and to the point of like being drunk the night before a game, you're a fucking asshole. And like, I'm sure like your teammates would be like, dude, like get it together. Don't let that happen a bunch of times. Whereas back in the day, they like needed that shit.
There's such thing as like playing guilty too, right? Like I think there's so many infamous stories of like the era back in the 90s, the early 2000s, where guys like they were playing guilty. I mean, they got after it the night before, but like even advance the conversation back into broadcasting, like it's changed so much. You guys, you know, cover it on a daily basis where you're going to these morning skates, got to be there like 2 hours before to talk to the coaches. Like it's a day-long routine, right? I think that's why we see everybody decompress the way we do at the Stanley Cup final, right?
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. And it's also like you're away from home. What else are you going to do? Like you have to,
I get excited,
you have to pass the time somehow.
Yeah.
So,
you guys coming to Toronto for the All-Star game?
We sure
are, sir.
So you're going to have to show us around. This is my first time in Toronto as an adult.
Whoa.
So,
you know, it's surprising. So like, obviously I do a lot of stuff with the NHL. A lot of the folks over there have never been to Toronto or haven't been there in a long time. And I could tell you, like, it's a unique place, very multicultural, very diverse. There's a lot to do. Like, it's gonna be a lot of fun. The only thing I'm hoping for is like, fingers crossed, good weather. By our standards, it's been pretty mild so far. I'm sure you guys as well. And I just hope by the time this thing rolls around like a month, it's not like, you know, -20 or whatever. Like that would stink.
yeah, that's not what I'm rooting for. Also, the Winter Classic is officially over.
TNT was having a little trouble.
Shutout win for the pride of Arizona State, Joey Decord. Thank you very much.
Wow. Look at that. Also, great mask from Joey Decord.
Baseball cards on the side.
Baseball cards. There's Ken Griffey on there. That rules. That
you know, today reminds me, guys, it was the 10-year anniversary, and I'm an idiot for this, but the Winter Classic at the Big House, I was there for that game. And I say I'm an idiot because I didn't dress accordingly, and we just talked about weather. Like, dude, I didn't bring boots. I was so bad. It was the worst experience. And it was a blizzard that game. And I remember that stadium, like there was nowhere to piss, and everybody just started pissing in the stands. Like, dude, it was a shit show. I've never seen this. Like, everybody started like turning around and pissing. There was like snowbanks up top at the Big House. Like, picture this, 100,000 people. There's only, you know, select amount of washrooms, right? And everybody's boozed up. It was a disaster. And on top of that, they had to like do the ice like multiple times because it was a blizzard. So the game took like 5 hours to play. And so that was my experience with an outdoor hockey game. That's why I've never been back to a Winter Classic.
That I do remember like some horror stories from that game. I think they also ran out of booze.
Yes.
It was tough, but like that was the most picturesque Winter Classic I think that they've ever had. It was the uniforms are great. It was red versus blue. It was snowing out. Big House was packed. It was unbelievable.
It was great, but I remember too, like I mean, I'm not familiar with that area, but like there was like one road in and out of town. Like that's it. Like it was so packed with traffic, and getting out of there was a disaster. The bar scene was like so busy because there's only select amount of bars. It was a cool experience, but like that's the one thing I'll always take away when and if I go to another game is like dress accordingly, right?
Yeah, it's miserable to sit in the cold because you're not moving. Like your feet and extremities are freezing. So I can't believe that you made it out of there alive.
I went
Good for you.
Dude, when they first did the Winter Classic at Fenway, they also did like the college game there. And I went to the college game the next day with my dad and my cousin, and we did a period. And then we went to a sports bar across the street.
Yeah.
We were like, this is an objectively terrible time.
Yes. and you can barely see like the sightlines at Fenway.
The
for
Winter
hockey are so
Classic is
bad.
100%. Like the last people it is made for are the people that are there.
Yeah.
I feel like it is
Well,
not
true.
for.
I mean, the spectacle of
yeah,
it is
but
awesome.
like it is very much a type of thing, like you said, where you're like after about a period, you're like, okay, now this is just a really shitty hockey watching experience.
I've only gone.
It's usually a pretty shitty hockey game because the conditions aren't amazing.
Especially since the first one was a banger. Shout out to the
Yeah.
Sabres.
I've only gone to cover it, so I've been
Yeah.
able to get the scene, but also have a monitor in front of me to watch the game. Otherwise, like when I'm in the press box for a game, I'm not really looking at the monitor. I'm taking advantage of the fact that we have an overhead view. At the Winter Classic, I didn't look out in front of me at the ice once. It's all the monitor because you can't fucking see shit. And I don't know. I remember friends would be like, "Oh, I should I get this row? What row should I get?" And I was like, it sounds like you're trying to see the game. There's not a correct answer here. You're not going to be able to see the game.
I mean, if you can get up high, you're better off. Like the lower sidelines are awful because you're just like losing the puck.
I also feel like it depends on what kind of stadium it is, because like obviously a football stadium is much more. It's the same shape.
The
bigger.
best outdoor game that I've been to, and I've been to like several at this point. The best outdoor game I've been to was last year's Stadium Series in Carolina at NC State. It was unbelievable. The sight lines were like perfect. The atmosphere was amazing, but like a smaller football stadium for an outdoor game is probably the perfect thing because you're not like so far away.
If they could do like Harvard Stadium, that would rock.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of FOMO. I'll tell you what, watching. I didn't really care to go to this. I don't even think we talked about it or considered it. Watching media members do the like skating on the ice, and I've done that for like Fenway or Gillette or whatever, and it was a lot of fun. But I was like, if I were there doing this right now, I would appreciate it so much more than I did back then, where I was covering the team every day. It was just like at work, I got to go on the ice today.
Mm-hmm.
If we were like at that shit, skating on that ice, like Sean would probably be all in a
we'd
fucking
turn it into a party. It's
I was
supposed to be a party.
skating
You do the
on
podcast on the ice.
Yeah.
If I was skating at Fenway Park, I would have lost my fucking mind.
It's awesome. It's very cool.
I've
We
scored-
have a famous picture
Yes.
at Fenway on the ice.
I've scored 2 goals at Fenway Park. That's like my
That's
claim
sick.
to fame. How many people can say they've scored twice at Fenway Park?
I've always wanted to take BP at Fenway, man. Like I'm a baseball guy through and through, and I'm sorry, I'm sort of a Yankees fan, but Fenway.
Honestly, at this point, the Red Sox are so fucking depressing and embarrassing
The
that
Yankees
I can't even muster up like hate for you as a Yankees fan.
I'm a Red Sox fan, and the Yankees are like the only team I hate more than the Red Sox at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, no, it's Fenway's a place like I think it's all for the visual, and we all know mutually like Steve Mayer does a tremendous job with the NHL with this stuff, but it's all about the visual. Like to me, that's the lasting one is Fenway Park, just because of the history of Fenway Park to have a hockey game there with the Green Monster in the background. Like I was thinking about Mo Vaughn the whole game, you know.
It was so sick. Even like I've been to
Mo
both.
Vaughn. Yeah.
I've been to both at Fenway, and the second time I was like, there's no way that this is going to be like exciting. We've done this before. Like we're running out of ideas. And as soon as I got in there, I was like, this is sick. And also the second time was a better layout for the ice. So
Oh yeah, it was.
yeah. So
Did they
Monster
talk about
strong,
next
though.
year's yet, or what?
Say again?
Have they said anything about next year's Winter Classic? Like I think the key here, I don't know how you guys feel about the game. Like I'll be honest, I watched maybe like 7 minutes of today's game. Like to me, it's like, oh, tune in, see what Biz Nasty's doing, see some of the broadcasts, and that's about it. But I think that the key now is to try like, how do we evolve this thing, right? Like where should we put it? Again, we just talked about the visual. I think it's cool that Seattle and Vegas, like if I were to tell you that even 10 years ago that Seattle and Vegas played in an outdoor game in the National Hockey League, you'd be like, what the hell, right? So I wonder what's next. Like where can they go that's like really, really cool?
Well, I'll tell you what they're not doing in terms of innovation. They're going back to including the Chicago Blackhawks.
Oh,
Chicago Blackhawks will be involved in next year's Winter Classic,
I'm in favor.
according to Elliot Friedman.
are you?
So.
Oh, you're serious?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like he was like, I would be very surprised if the Chicago Blackhawks were not involved in next year's Winter Classic. It's the Bedard effect, man.
I don't need to see them anymore, man. Like until they get like, hopefully they get somebody like to play with Bedard, man. It's like, where's Waldo there? I know you guys sat down with him. I feel bad for him. They're rolling a commercial here in Canada. It's awful.
I've
Bedard's
seen
in
it.
it.
It's so bad. The
I
couple
had
one with
this-
his sister.
Yeah, there's so many like I was tweeting about it the other day. I'm like, why wouldn't Bedard's sister know that he's in Chicago at practice? And why isn't his car in Chicago with him? Like, who created this shit, man?
And it's like,
It's a thinker.
and like
Yeah.
she needs him to like move the car or something. It's like, can
Yeah.
she not move the car?
Like, Connor, you're a douchebag. Why'd you park that way? Like, I don't know, man. But no, I there's so many other teams I'd put in there before them. Like, why now with Chicago? So like a year is a long time. And granted, I'm sure they'll add, maybe it's a Reinhardt, maybe it's a Nylander. Maybe they're gonna add to that roster as I mean, I was thinking about this the other day. Like,
Don't do
You guys
Reinhardt,
see-
man.
Why?
yeah, I know.
That-
Somebody's
that's
gonna overpay
so
that
fucking
guy,
buyer
right?
beware.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean,
Yeah.
like he's great playing with
And-
Barkov, but like, I mean, he also would be. I'd pay to see him.
I
with
would
Connor
say
Bedard.
though, learn the lesson of the early McDavid Oilers, where like, yeah, you have the cap space for now. Like, you're going to have to sign these guys to huge contracts. Don't fucking
Don't saddle
find
yourself.
whatever the Andre Sekera of this class is, where it's like,
Yeah.
well, it's an overpay now, but who cares? We just need a defenseman. Like, you're okay. Like, it's okay for you to trade Taylor Hall for an okay defenseman. Don't commit like huge money
Yeah.
to a player who's not going to be worth it.
Willie will be worth it.
Yes, get right.
Yeah.
Get
Willie.
Willie. Get Willie.
Yeah, I think like I was just saying, like, I'm curious to see like their rebuild. Like, do they slow it down? Like, you have 2 more years of an ELC money at Bedard. Right after that, he's getting what, 8 years? He's probably getting his deal right out of his
Yeah,
deal.
I would
I think so,
assume so.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
He'll
like
get, like,
I
8 by
am
12.
curious to see if exactly. Like I wonder if they expedite this whole thing, man. Like, if in the offseason they're like, you know what, we have Connor Bedard. I think we've taken steps. We have some pieces we like. We have Korchinski. Do we add right away instead of like waiting, right? Because I think there's just such a select window. You guys just talked about it with Edmonton and Draisaitl and McDavid, and it's waiting. It's like, when are you going to get your chance to break through? So from that perspective, Chicago could look a lot different in next year's Winter Classic, but how different's my question.
Dude, you just fired me the fuck up as like a new Hawks fan.
There you go.
Because what you're describing,
Yeah.
Sean will know what I'm talking about. That's what they do in the NFL. Once they realize they have a quarterback, they're like, all right, the clock is ticking. We have
Yep.
4 fucking years to spend all the money we can
Yeah.
and be sick.
I mean,
And-
yeah. Look at the Bills did it. Josh Allen, they're like, oh, he can throw a football. We're trading our
There you
first
go.
round draft pick for Stephon Diggs.
Bills did it.
Yeah.
Chiefs did it. Chargers tried to do it. They
Chargers
signed a
tried
bunch of
their hardest.
assholes.
I mean, the Broncos, they got Russ and they thought it was going to go better, but like they tried.
But the difference is in hockey, you have 2 years to do it versus 3 or 4 in
Yeah.
football. I would love if a team tried doing that in hockey, though, just off of one rookie year of an entry level deal, being like, all right, let's take on all the fucking money we can for the next 2 years and then fucking deal with everything. Like, ideally, take on guys with 2 years instead of 3, 4, 5, and then deal with it when we have to deal with it in a couple of years. That would be awesome if the Blackhawks did whatever their version of like a Stephon Diggs trade
Well,
would be.
even if the Blackhawks did like a thing like the Arizona Coyotes did this past summer, where it was like last year they didn't have an NHL roster. They did not have an NHL roster last year. I feel that way about the Chicago Blackhawks this year, which is it's probably worse than the Coyotes last year.
Yeah.
And just over the summer, they were like, we're going to put together an NHL team for this season. And like the Coyotes are a good, respectable team now. So I feel like that's going to happen with Chicago. We're going to look at them next year and be like, this is a decent team.
I hope that like every okay American player who gets all horny about playing in America goes to Chicago on
Yeah.
like easy, like do like what the Bruins did this offseason, but like with better players, you know, where it's like, just like come here for $1 million. You get to be in a good situation. It's a place where people like to play. I would be so confused if I heard myself saying this like 10, 12 years ago. But like, I just really am excited for the Blackhawks to be good. And it's
I think-
1,000% about Connor Bedard.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the sell is pretty easy, right, Pete? I mean, come play with Connor Bedard.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
That's all you need to do. And I don't know. I was just thinking like spitballing stuff in my mind the other day. Like I have sleep insomnia sometimes, so I'm like, oh, well, let's think about Chicago. I don't know. It was so weird, but I was even
Gang.
thinking
Yeah,
like, do you
same.
think Chicago would be game to being like, hey, Calgary, Jonathan Huberdeau somehow sucks at hockey. 50% off that contract. We'll put him on our team and we'll take the risk because you don't think they do that?
I would.
It would have to be half.
Yeah, like it would have to be half, and even then, from what I've seen from Jonathan Huberdeau, I don't know what the fuck has happened, but he's
It's
probably
crazy.
not even worth $4 million a year.
No,
I was gonna say,
I
wait,
was
what
thinking,
is
like-
he? He's 8?
I think he's 8.
I
right?
thought he was like
Or is he
10 and a half.
Oh, he might be 10.
no, 10 and a half. 10 and a
Yeah.
half.
Right, so 5 and a quarter.
I think that's
is-
like he's not even close to being worth 5 and a quarter right now.
I
And
think
you want
it's a
that for the
risk I
next
would
8
think about.
years?
I think it's a risk I would think about.
I would think about it too.
I mean, like the reward if he gets back to being Florida Huberdeau, like sure, and like putting him next to Bedard.
And here's the thing. You'd be able to trade him if you on like double retaining. So
Yeah,
you'd be
true.
able to get rid of him if it doesn't work out. So I would take that risk just to see
Yeah.
if it doesn't work out, somebody is going to take him for like the Avalanche are going to take him for like 2.
he could also just be like
275.
He could also be just awesome just getting out of Calgary. Like he may just not like it there.
Dude, like what is, I don't know. This is like my big conundrum on a day. Like what the fuck has happened to this guy? I don't know how you go from like that in Florida, you go to Calgary and he's producing like AJ Greer, man. Like it's crazy.
And
It's Russell Wilson, kind of.
Yeah.
and
Sort of.
and like it's not that he's just like not producing. He's actively bad. His giveaways are awful. Like he just looks completely lost. It's tough to watch. It just does not look like the same guy at all, which is why I would be like, I don't know if I'm trying to sign up for that for the
It's,
next 7 years. And he's signed through what, like his age 40 season or something?
Yeah, something right. It reminds me of like Space Jam, you know, like the Monstars.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just like took it.
Like Muggsy Bogues couldn't dribble a basketball. Like I just do not understand how you go from like an elite talent where a lot of people are like, you're so underrated, we want to pay you, goes to Calgary, and then like, granted, they don't have the same type of players and it's a different climate and knowing, you know, living in this country, I mean, there's a lot of heat on a daily basis, but to go to that is like crazy where this guy's on pace for like 40 points this year. Like there was a big party on social media yesterday because he collected a point. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, that's
so
it's
sad.
sad. It's sad. I don't know. It's an interesting thought exercise to be like, would it be worth it if you're the Blackhawks? But like, what if he still remains bad and you're locking yourself into like $4 million in dead cap for the
It's a
next
gambling
6 years
society,
with Connor
my man.
Bedard?
It's a gambling society though, right?
It's true. It's true.
I don't know. I was thinking about a spitball. I'm like, there's no doubt Calgary's like, you know what? We'd love to move on from this contract.
But so like we're talking about how
They wanted to move on from the contract before it even fucking kicked in.
next year, what's Taylor Hall's situation right now?
1 year
Is
left.
he back? I can't remember.
Is he?
Yeah, he's got one left.
And so I know
One
he's
after
got
this
another year left on his deal, but I can't remember like what he's doing now if he's healthy and playing, or is he done for the season?
No, he's done for the year. Done for
You're
the year.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
So Taylor Hall is going to be back playing for a contract. So hopefully he'll be like a good third line play. Like you're at least getting some pieces maybe on that team. I want them to be good. I really want them to be good. Wyatt Kaiser breakout season.
And also another high level draft pick. Like
That's right.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a high
like
draft pick.
if
And
they-
also knowing the NHL, they're gonna end up with
If
the
they
first
get
overall.
if they
pick.
get Max Celebrini,
They're
we
gonna
could
get Max
be-
Celebrini.
This first overall pick
Dude,
fell out of our
The
pockets.
Anaheim Ducks were jobbed. I do not understand how somehow, some way, Connor Bedard ends up in Chicago. Like it was just picture perfect for Anaheim. And Leo Carlson's a good player, but like he is not Connor Bedard.
In the pilot episode of this that we used to tell people, hey, we're trying to make a podcast, please give us money. We were talking about it was before the lottery, and we were just like joking, saying like it probably should be the Ducks, and it's absolutely going to be the Blackhawks.
Yep.
And just like very matter of factly. And when it happened, we weren't like, whoa, nailed it. We were just like, yeah, that was
Of course, it
always going to
happened, yeah.
happen.
But I mean, hindsight's 2020. Thank God Bedard didn't go to Anaheim because don't load manage that guy. And I need him on the ice every single night.
I've said this before. I think the NHL is getting in the ear of whoever's making that decision, being like, you
can't, yeah.
play him.
Yeah,
like they don't really load manage Wembanyama. I mean, more than they can, I guess.
Well, there's rules now, right? Yeah.
I would be interested if the NHL would intervene if like the Blackhawks decided to load manage Connor Bedard.
I just feel like
you got to play.
like there would be a conversation about rules if they try to do that with Bedard. No one cares for Bedard. Or not that no one cares, but they don't care nearly as much as they would.
I'll tell you what. Speaking of those two, I was watching. Forget who they were even playing, but I was watching the Blue Jackets the other night. Fantilli. We didn't see Adam Fantilli's greatest game when we were out in Columbus.
Nope.
He was fucking awesome the other night. I forget. He had like an end-to-end rush.
Yeah.
Fuck. I forget who he was against.
Toronto, I think.
Oh, it was against Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wasn't even
Could have
saying
been
that
stopped, but
yeah, he's fucking filthy. He's gonna be awesome.
All right, we will let you go, and we will let ourselves
Fred.
go because the Winter Classic is now over, and that means that the stream can be over.
Yeah. Thanks.
So, thanks, Nick. Before we say goodbye to everybody else, we'll say goodbye to you. Thanks for jumping on. Thanks for
having me, guys.
Playing hurt.
And,
we love you.
All good. We'll see you in a month in Toronto. Okay, can't wait for
yeah.
it.
Yes, can't wait.
See you guys.
Thanks, bud.
Later. Yeah, what a time.
Yeah, this was minus you slicing your finger open, but that was good content.
Yeah, it was good content. Do we get any
just the Pietrangelo or Pietrangelo shots? Excuse me. He ended with one block, and I don't think any of the.
Yeah, with one block.
He finished the game in the penalty box.
That's right. Yeah, no, Kyler Yamamoto did not score.
No.
I don't think.
No, did not.
He did not manage to grab one.
Didn't get a point from Wenberg. Didn't get a goal from McCann. But I did hit my money line bet.
Yeah, same. So I also, because I did it on DraftKings, if your team took a 2-goal lead at any point, it cashed. So my money line was
look at you
cashed anyway. This is also just the beginning of our night. July came. Sorry for a second. Guy on the right was DJ. Oh yeah, kinda.
Oh yeah, I have had a comment before that like Alberga looks just like you.
All right.
So.
I mean that's for sure. You white, you Ben Affleck.
Yep.
You vaguely Middle Eastern looking. You DJ.
Joey Decord got the inaugural TNT Cup of Cocoa.
The first ever shutout in Winter Classic history.
Oh,
and how old is he?
I'm not exactly sure. All I know is that he graduated from ASU, so he can't be that old.
Just give me an age. Quick. No.
Give me a number.
He is 27.
Okay. So what a piece of ass.
The pride of Boston, Massachusetts as well.
What a piece of ass.
Where?
Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh.
Just list Boston.
No, I mean, if he was like 25, I could have said it too. But just like he was just on there. He's so hot.
I don't even know if I know what he looks like.
He had like the just taken the helmet off sweat hair thing going. I was like, I have a question. Who's he?
I don't know if I've mentioned this. Pride of Arizona State hockey.
Yeah, you did mention that once or twice.
Hook him. Forks up.
Yeah, he's a handsome guy.
So, question: do I need to take? So, I will tell you, I am like an over cleaner / launderer of things. I wore this jersey raw dog, no shirt underneath, and I cooked in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only time it's been on my body. Do I need to take it to the dry cleaner now? From one wear, it's a jersey.
Wait, what's your sweat level right now?
Didn't sweat once. I bled, but not on the jersey.
I think you're fine.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you're good. Yeah.
How did I pull this off, by the way?
That looks awesome. It still looks so
such
good.
a good-looking jersey.
The watch is a great touch, by the way.
Yeah, the red watch, yeah.
Thank you.
Nice little accent. Yeah, it's a great fit. It's a strong fit. And I also like those Lulus you got going on.
Yeah, this is like a Bauer Lulu thing. Who knew? Who is a piece of ass?
Joey Decord.
Joey Decord.
That's who we were talking naughty about. I got my Texas jersey on. Big game tonight for the boys. Hook 'em. Biggest bet of my life. Moneyline Texas tonight. I'm very excited about it.
What is the? Let me toss some of my. I for sure lost money, but let me toss some of my winnings.
What is your actual level of confidence that Texas is going to?
I think that it's. I think they're going to win. I'm very confident.
Whoa.
Maybe I should be.
That is crazy coming from a Texas fan.
I know. Like, it may worry me that I'm this confident and this unbothered, but I absolutely think that they're one of the best teams in the country.
I agree. And my only thing is that I obviously have spent a lot of time watching Pac-12 football because I used to cover Arizona State sports.
I don't know a thing about Washington.
Michael Penix Jr. Is probably a top 5 player in the entire country. Like he has the capability of taking over the game and just dropping 50 points on Texas's head, which is the only thing that concerns me. But if I feel like this game is going to be a blowout, I just have no idea which way.
In what direction?
Go.
Yeah. My guy Quinn is a big game player.
Minus 170.
Yeah. I was shocked that they were that it was that steep.
I was going to say I'm very surprised. I'm about to go with that on Washington as a lifelong Texas fan, for the record.
You're a lifelong Texas fan?
Oh yeah, I
did not know that about you.
I had like a Texas themed bedroom when I was younger.
I don't know why my bets did so
Grew
well,
up
but
a
I
diehard
just
Texas fan.
I did. Did you say what you bet? How many units did you bet?
6.
So I know how much money you bet total. How the fuck is that 6?
Because I don't bet a lot. Like I don't bet big numbers.
So
that's why I said it's the biggest bet of my life.
So is your unit
33? Yeah. No, but it's like 30. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I bet half of what you bet, which is still like pretty.
It's a significant bet.
It means I have to watch this game. I was going to watch the game anyway. Love Texas. Or I love Texas. Armenian.
Texas.
I love Sark. I believe in second chances.
That's right.
Okay. Everybody, if you're not subscribed or if you don't listen to the podcast, we're going to be back tomorrow. Normal. We're going to do a 12 noon ET live stream for nothing. We're just going to do our normal show.
We're doing our show.
But we do the show live on YouTube if you didn't know that.
We can hear you when you're not talking into the mic. Yeah. I know.
I didn't. These are good. These are good mics. They got.
Yeah, my unit is like $30. I bet like $200 on Texas.
My unit has shrunk down to $10.
That's kind of damn. Always been my unit. Yeah.
Like $10.
Yeah.
My issue is like I should lock it into always being one number, but if I'm doing well, then I'm like, ooh, I'm up a little bit. Now my units are $50, and it's like at no point in my life do I have enough fucking money to make my units $50.
I don't bet with enough I bet with logic, obviously, but my heart gets in.
Yeah, I bet too
stupidly
often to have like a significant unit.
Worst bet I've ever made in my entire life. I like 2 days in a row, I was getting this one Diamondbacks player at like plus money on over half a base. So I'm like doing it. Eventually I went to a sports book. They had like $100 free bet. Dumped it all on him to get the free base.
Yeah.
Just went over. Like for the first time in like 2 weeks.
Wow.
It was devastating.
My favorite dumbass gambling move is anytime I'm on a heater, like specifically on like a certain night. Like if I hit all my bets in a certain night, I'll be like, well, I gotta let it ride. I'm hot, and then I'll fucking put it on like a live bet or something, and the live bet never hits.
And that like you don't care about and haven't been thinking. Like you didn't put any thought into that. You were just like, all right, Brooklyn Nets.
See, I am the exact different. I am like the king of just randomly live betting a game. Like the other day, I just turned on the Chelsea game, second half, 1-1. Like I'm dumping my account, which was like only $10 on Chelsea money line, which is, if you've been paying attention to the Premier League, a goddamn joke. Like they just almost blew a 3-0 lead to Brentford, I believe.
They lost to Nottingham Forest at home.
Yeah, they're miserable, but they ended up winning that game.
Nothing like the live bet heat check.
Live bet.
Yeah, exactly.
I made so much money live betting the Arizona Coyotes last year. It was like every single game I would know within half the first period. I was like, they're winning this game. And I would live bet.
You know who's been lining my pockets on the live bet end of late? The Boston Bruins. The other night when they were down to, I forget who, Devils. They were down. No, they played
2-0.
Yeah,
they're down 2-0.
Yeah, when they were down 1-0. They went on they took a penalty, and I bet them then. Money line won. Last night I bet them -1.5 live bet.
Nothing like a
And
live
there-
bet puck line.
Yeah. Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
Puck line Jesus.
But there was so they were up 1 with like 2 minutes left. Detroit pulled the goalie. Jake DeBrusk scores an empty net goal. I'm up 2. I'm good. Like 2 seconds later, Jake DeBrusk takes a penalty. Detroit scores on the power play. I was apoplectic. And then with like 5 seconds left or whatever, Pavel Zacha bailed me out.
Hell yeah.
So that's guys talking about their bets. This looks like amazing.
It does. It looks what? You talking about the jersey? Or the set?
Yeah. No, like this. And I should note, I guess we'll say it maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow's episode, I think, will be the final one before a major piece of our still unfinished set is revealed.
Oh.
Hell
Right?
Yeah. I don't know.
Because
in
like
theory,
this set,
yeah.
the set as you know it is there's another piece to it that we just haven't done yet. So the set's going to look even cooler, and that's really going to take this thing to Vegas.
We didn't even shoot on the mini hockey net, the shooter tutor.
I know.
But
We'll keep
we'll keep it. Yeah, no, Devin would kill me
yeah,
if I
take
kept
it away.
So maybe some knee hockey content coming up shortly. Thanks to everybody for hanging out. Thank you to everybody who joined: Sarah Siv, Zach Dalpy, Nick Alberga. I'm not missing anybody
No,
else. Those
you
are
got
our
'em
3
all.
big guests. Dalpy rocked.
Congratulations to the people for winning trivia.
Sarah, True. Congratulations.
Tough loss.
Thank you to Sean for running this whole thing. Excellent camera work. Thank you for putting together some wonderful sandwiches.
Yeah,
this was
Adam
a lot of fun.
Fantilli
It
for
looked-
telling us about air fryers.
Yes, and I think it's somebody in the chat wrote that this was more fun and entertaining than the game itself. We were like barely watching, but the game didn't look like it was much fun.
Yeah, and now our real night begins because now we go watch Texas football. So have a great night. Hey, we'll see you next year. Okay, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
We all silly like the mayor.